Talking about sexual stuff, bro. We've gone throughout this whole episode and we haven't mentioned that we hit a milestone in our channel.
Oh,
our fucking 69th subscriber, baby.
69th subscribers, fucking-tacular. That's a big milestone to me.
Yeah, bro.
Spectacular.
It's big. It's big.
Because I don't know 69.
It's huge.
No, yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all 69 of 70 now.
Shut up.
Oh,
69.
The Amp Theory Podcast with Peter Vasquez and Scott Countessy.
Five, four, three. Gentlemen, we're live.
All right. Welcome to the Amp Theory Podcast, episode.
Number 15.
Just in case I didn't do that
You
right.
did it backwards.
Yeah.
Fucked it
Sound
up.
good. Fuck.
Hey, fucked it up.
Area 51.
God,
Area 51.
That's you and your fucking chiclet math again.
Fuck it, bro. I fucked up. It's all good. They're used to it now. We're number 15. Come on. We know how shit rolls around here. Don't be too surprised.
These guys are stupid.
We're a little slow. You put a mic in front of our face. We're gonna do some dumb shit.
Yeah, but
I do want to say that it's like, you know, I was thinking about it. Remember when we were doing the TikTok thing, and we were like making fun of the TikTokers, and you were like, maybe that's how we are, and I'm like, damn, you know, maybe people look at our shit and they're like, these guys are fucking losers. Like, what the fuck?
there's probably people who watch us before bed to like feel better about themselves. Like they're praying for us,
Which is great because
Yeah.
that's kind of what we wanted.
but
We
not
wanted,
praying for success. They're like praying that
like for us,
yeah,
to have
like,
a better life.
Yeah, like,
Maybe to learn our alphabet.
yeah, like send these guys back to school.
Yeah.
Let's further their education a little bit.
Give them a second chance.
The good thing is that we haven't done anything worthy of TikTok on this channel. On our old channel, we used to do some shit that may be TikTok worthy, but as of now, we're clean here.
Yeah.
So no cringe yet. We're good.
Yeah, so here's the thing, man. I've been that's what I was about to say. Is that like TikTok is the cringiest shit that I've ever seen. Like I'll still get on there every once in a while just to kind of be like, why? Why is it so popular? Like I don't understand.
Because sex and stupidity sell, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
So,
you got twerk
exactly.
videos, and then you got, unfortunately, what I refer to as the inbred.
Yeah. There was this guy that I was watching. He was like an older gentleman. He was all white, but like you could tell he's one of those guys that went white early because he didn't look too old, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like and so
Sober Fox.
yeah. Like me, like what I'm gonna be in
'Cause I
like
thought
5
you-
years.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the Reed Richards shit you got.
You like it?
Doctor
Yeah.
Strange ass.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like
You're distinguished.
Is it the Fantastic Four?
Reed
Yeah,
Richards.
Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, the
Fantastic.
stretchy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Doctor Strange though. Has
Oh, okay, cool. You see, I think it gives
He's
a
on
little
that
bit of
poster
mystery.
right there.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't blown up. Anyways.
I think something's wrong with the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
Why are the 40
They're trying-
plus not like, oh my god, we love
No,
this
they're
voice.
trying to cancel us, bro. It's because we're too controversial. It's YouTube.
I'll tell you what it is. The community caught wind of you and your fucking Fila fanny pack.
Oh, look. Okay, so I wear a fanny pack too.
What's wrong with a fanny pack?
Yeah, fanny packs are
It's
dope.
The Fila fanny pack.
Look, the thing is, I carry a lot of shit.
What do you carry?
A cell phone,
Okay.
my keys,
Uh
my headphones,
huh. Okay.
my other keys, my wallet. My wallet's thick, bro. No money, but it's fucking thick.
You won't stick with bills?
Bro, I put a lot of business cards in there. You never know when you need to call
Okay,
somebody.
okay, yeah.
But anyways, I'm trying to get back to this guy from TikTok. Anyways, fanny packs are cool though. So this guy in TikTok, right? He goes and he comes up on the suggested, right? So I was watching, and so the thing about TikTok that I've got is like they get these audios and then they mouth them, right?
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So this
We've
guy
seen
comes
that.
out, right, and he's like got a wrench, like he's working on a car or whatever, right? And he's like, the audio, I don't know if y'all have heard it, but it's the one that says it's like when you ask a man how he's doing, and he says, "I'm all right. I'm here to tell you something." He's like, "I'm here to tell you something. That man is not all right." he's like, that man is. The audio goes, that man is going or is facing demons that you can't even imagine, right?
Or the female version of that is she's broken, and then highlighted is he's okay.
Yeah. So at the end, that was the thing. He's like, but you know how I know? It's because when you ask me how I'm doing, I'm all right too, or something like that, right? But what was funny about it, right, is that he got the audio, right? So I don't know which one comes first, because the thing is, he had a tool. It looked like he was like working on something, right? So what I'm thinking is this guy sitting at his home, right? And he hears the audio and it's like, gets really inspired. And it's like, oh, wow, this is dope. Like, it's really like touching me, you know, in a way, and it's real deep. And so then he's like, I gotta put this shit up on TikTok.
Of all places.
Of all places, like, oh, this one's gonna bang, bro, right? Like, this one's gonna tug on the heartstrings of all these men, right? So then, like, what I'm thinking is that he goes and he's like, I'm gonna go grab a tool and look like I'm working on something, right? Because that motherfucker wasn't working on it. He was clean, bro.
He's working on himself. That's what it's supposed to
That's
stand
what
for.
it was.
That's the symbolism.
Bro.
He's working on himself.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was like, wait. Like, there's no way this guy was actually working on something. Because he was like, had a white shirt on that was completely clean. And so, like, it's like these things that happen on TikTok, because it's not the only one. Like, that was just the one that stuck out to me. Because it's like, they sit there and it's like, they come up with these, because you see these things where it's like, people are like wording these things and like, they're acting and shit. It's fucking crazy to me. Like, I still don't get it.
Okay, so it's funny that you mentioned that, because Jonathan, when he first started showing me like cringe talk TikToks, he was like, hey,
Forcibly.
so you're gonna see some really weird shit. You're gonna see some shit that's gonna make you laugh. And also, you're gonna see like someone's acting profile. Like, they think that they're gonna make it big, like off TikTok. So I watched this whole scene of this woman. She's a little unfortunate. Couldn't tell at first. That's fucked up.
That's
but
fucked up,
anyways,
bro.
so
You shouldn't assume either.
I shouldn't assume. But so she said that she was like at dinner or at lunch with somebody, and then her like ex-boyfriend shows up, and then it's like a whole conversation. Like, you're supposed to be the third party.
Oh, you're
She's
looking.
like, she's like, hold on, look, I know we broke up a long time ago. Look, I'm over you, okay? Can't you see I'm out with somebody pretending you're my boyfriend? That kind of shit, right? And it's like so like, I see what you're going for.
Yeah.
Not the
Is that
platform.
where
It's
Not the platform.
They call them acting TikTok, so it's like people.
And they're
like
just
showing,
as
like-
cringy,
like-
yeah.
Like, ooh, I can act. And what's funny is every single time all the comments are, "You suck, you can't act." Like, every single time, because it's something like that. It's always
It's like I'm
I
gonna
saw
hit you
one.
with the
that it
truth
was
real
like-
quick.
Yeah.
You suck. You can't act. Do it again.
There's a lot. It's the same girl, and I know which one you're talking about because I know I've probably seen it too. But she has like 8 of them, where it's like the same thing. Like,
Is it always
and
with
like
the boyfriend?
the caption is always like POV. You're my date, and my ex-boyfriend just walked by.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And the whole like, I'm staring at the wall.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, hey, ex-boyfriend, what's up? I'm here with my new person.
Yeah.
Look, we broke up. I'm sorry, I broke your heart. And you're like, hold on, what? You
Yeah.
broke the imaginary guy's heart? Fuck out of here.
Bro, that's why it's all fantasy, bro. Because shit probably. It's like she's like, I gotta act. Remember, we said actors are liars, bro.
That's true.
So she's like, hey, like, what is the situation that I was probably never in? And then if I hit that hoe, then that's how they know I could act.
Probably.
You see?
The thing we always talk about with social media is that it's a bad thing and it's used for bad things, but this is the good side of things, because now that people have access to the internet, we get to see all these different, and I'm going to call them creatures, like, come out and show us what they're all about. Because what's funny is a lot of them are cringy, a lot of them are unironic, but a lot of them are like, that's just how they are. Like, these are real. Like, these people are like the chick that my mom and dad are brother and sister. Like, you can just tell by looking at her, like, oh, that's a real story.
Yeah. Bro, like, it's kind of like the real Jerry Springer.
Yeah,
right?
Jerry Springer's fake, but this is like real. Like,
Whoa.
real people that, okay, maybe Jerry Springer started off as real.
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like they hyped him up. You know, it's like
this
they got.
is like the unedited version of Jerry Springer. for real.
Yeah.
See, I think okay, I used to watch Jerry Springer all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like, one of my friends, like in elementary school, he used to bring like a little portable TV, and we'd like to watch Jerry Springer on the blacktop.
Yeah.
Real story. And we'd be like, oh shit, like people are going crazy. There's fights. Everything is going up, like going sideways. But in the beginning, Jerry Springer was like any other like cookie cutter like show. But I think there was like something that really happened where some shit really went down the audience and everybody's going, oh, Jerry, Jerry. And he was like, that from now on.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. out of all those midday type shows, you know, those times where you stay at home from school and you be watching TV on channel 33 or whatever, what was the best show? To me, Maury was always the best fucking show.
Yeah, nothing made me more happy than to see somebody celebrate and dance when they found out they're not the father.
I'm not gonna lie, me and Wendy last night were legitimately watching compilations of you are not the father on Maury.
Bro.
It was the funniest shit.
There's two sides to that, and I'll let you go. Hold on. There's the guys who are like, you're not the father. They're ecstatic. They're like dancing and shit. But then after 5 times of saying you're not the father, that poor woman goes running down the hallway every single time.
There's a chick that was on there. This is her 9th appearance. I'm like, oh shit. What's funny about that is if you watch them like that on YouTube, it's funny to guess like, is he gonna be the father? Is he not? Like, oh shit, put your bets in.
God, if I were older when that was happening, like I would take bets. Yeah, I'd be like, all right, I got 10 on potential baby daddy number 2.
Yeah, that was always fucking wild. Like that, I was gonna say that.
Oh, how they run down the hall.
Well, no. It's just like where like a girl would go and it wasn't the dad, and then she'd go again and it wasn't the dad, and it's like, or when the dad was dead. Remember, like it's like,
wait, the dad was dead?
No, well, like where it's like it could have been this guy, but he's dead, so they couldn't like figure it out. Like it was one of those episodes.
That's tough.
My favorite are like
Exhume the corpse.
It's like an older guy, and it's like a girl, it's usually a girl that she's like in her mid-20s, and she's like, I know you're my dad. He's like a 50-year-old dude. He's like, your mama was a hoe. You ain't my kid. Like, well, it's just the funniest thing.
So I think there's a golden era, right? Which is when Springer and Maury and what was the other dude? The bald guy, the bald black dude. Montel. You know, I would say that was the golden age. Right.
Well, there was also Sally, Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake.
But I think Ricky Lake that was like, I think they were still trying to be kind of real at that time, like real like. We're not gonna get too crazy.
They were trying to go down.
All of them were real.
They were trying to go down
like not go too crazy.
Yeah, they're trying to go down like an Oprah route.
Yeah.
I feel like the ladies were trying to be classier. I feel like Montel was trying to be classier. He's like, I'm gonna be like dude Oprah.
Yeah.
But Maury less than Jerry, but Jerry was like,
hey,
fuck it.
Bro,
we're going all in.
That's white privilege, bro. Montel would have never been able to do that.
Montel probably would have been successful.
Yeah, no.
He probably would have been the most successful.
Hey, out of all of them though, he's the only one that came out with his own bank card. So always remember that.
That's true.
Montel has his own little like bank debit card thing.
But Maury's still going strong, bro. Like,
Maury's
still on?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched Maury in like 8 years.
There's a lot of absentee fathers.
So
somebody's got to do the job.
Bro, I always thought. So you had the not the father, right? That was fucking hilarious. But equally as funny is when you get the white trash people up there, and it's like the girlfriend was fucking the 2 brothers or the cousin or the best friend. Yeah.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah.
It's like the most obvious shit. Like, did this chick with 3 teeth get cheated on with a chick that was super hot? I wonder which one.
Yeah. You can't even say that it was a chick with 3 teeth getting cheated on with someone super hot because, let's be honest.
Well, there was a song that was like a hot chick, but he was cheating with an ugly chick.
Oh, that's more realistic.
Yeah, and the dark side was... I don't know if you remember, but it was like the gay dude brought the guy that he had a crush on to tell him he had a crush on him, and the dude was like on the show he was all playing nice or whatever, but he ended up killing that gay dude for embarrassing him afterwards. Real? Yeah. If you look it up, it's a real thing. Like which one was the show? It was one of those. It wasn't Jerry, it wasn't Montel, it was like another one.
It had to have been Maury because they had those kinds of episodes where they're like, hey, so and so doesn't know why they're here, but what's going to happen is the guest that we brought on is going to confess to them that they've been in love with them forever.
Yeah.
So during the Jenny Jones, I forgot about Jenny Jones.
Secret Admirer, Jenny Jones. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that was fucking crazy, bro. Because like on there, like. The dude looked like he actually took it well. Like he wasn't like, like he was joking about it and stuff like that. But like, I mean, I think that people started like fucking with him like at work and shit. Like, and was like, clowning on him, and he's like, fuck that.
I'll cut it up,
Well,
don't worry.
especially at that time, right? It was like less cool. It was less acceptable to be openly in the mid. If you're a man.
Yeah,
I'll make it okay. Don't worry.
yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all right.
It's all,
It's all
love.
good. I got a
all-
little ghetto there. My bad.
It's all right coming from him.
Yeah. It's all good.
You should have said with your fanny pack
I
on.
can
though.
can't breathe.
With my hands like this, like behind my back. Oh shit. But yeah, man, that shit was wild, bro. The dark side, but also the shows that were bullshit. Okay, so those are your daytime shows.
Yeah.
Right. But then at night you had your cheaters.
That was my shit,
Oh,
bro. Remember?
okay.
No,
Cheaters.
do you remember? Do you remember? It
That was here in
First
Dallas,
Year's
too.
Review. First
Yeah.
Year's Review. We were at that party. First time I ever heard about it was the girl in the back of the house was yelling out, "Hey, yo, we're gonna watch Cheetahs."
Cheetahs,
And I'm
yeah.
like, why, bitch? Why we watching
Oh, yeah.
some hats?
Yeah,
Like, what?
So-
and then we got, cheaters.
So we went to North Garland.
Yeah.
No, there was.
You know that shit about Joey Greco being stabbed. You know that shit was fake, right?
I
Was
thought
it?
that was the only
Yeah.
real thing.
No, it was actually
So
fake.
I have
They
a
staged
I
that
have
shit.
I have a funny story about Cheaters. One of my friends, his cousin was on Cheaters, and you can see it when you pull up if you pull up like Cheaters paintball gun. It's the dude that's his cousin.
Really?
Basically, when Cheaters was being filmed, they would do it over a weekend.
Yeah.
Like it was basically just like a regular film crew, film production, from what I hear, and I think that might be it. Yeah. That's it right there. That dude is my buddy's cousin.
Play a little some.
Yeah. So he said that he got paid for like $400 and like several cases of beer.
Oh shit. That's your cousin?
No, it's not my cousin. It's my friend's cousin.
Oh.
And I was like, he was like, "Hey man, you want to know something about me?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I was on Cheaters." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm the dude that chased him out with the paintball gun."
Dude, this is legit.
And when you look at it now, you can kind of tell
Yeah,
how
you can
fake it
super
is.
tell
He's
it.
like, "Hey, I don't know what's going on here."
Hey,
It's the dude that's
Yeah.
the guy, the shirtless dude.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I mean, look back now.
he's like, nah, we just fucking.
He's like, "Nah, man, like she needed a place to stay. It's cold."
All right, bro. I think that's good.
But he actually does come out after them with the paintball gun.
Does he?
Yeah, he really
Fast forward that
does.
shit. I want to see them get hit by pinball.
Let me see if I can
He's like, are you in a relationship with this woman?
He's like, "Hell nah."
Are you mad that she doesn't trust you? He's like, this would have never happened if she trusted me.
Yeah. I'd have never been caught if there was trust in this relationship.
Now I'm on national television.
You want to get?
Oh shit. Oh. That's assault though in real life.
Yeah.
Right? Well, but I guess that'd be breaking and entering too.
Yeah.
That's why this shit's all fake.
Yeah,
Hey.
it would have been more gangster if he told the one girl to get back in his bed.
Yeah. That's
No
where,
wonder he-
where it's fat. What the fuck?
What?
That's him about it.
Hey, bro, this is old school G4, man.
Oh shit.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
where I come from, that's my friend's cousin.
Hey, you know what? I want to tell people those couples that are on TikTok that are like, I'm gonna tell my boyfriend that.
in our next round of TikTok videos is couples TikToks. Those are
No,
good.
No.
I don't want to see that.
Well, when they get on TikTok and they're like supposedly they're gonna tell their spouse something, right, and catch their reaction, but the phone is right fucking here, and it's like, hey, babe, like it's like,
What?
yeah, and it's like, I want to get back with my ex. You're like, what? No, it's like
Yeah.
Obviously.
that's how
Yeah.
you guys look.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's super fake.
I was,
You have a little Jerry. What's his name? Jerry Greco.
yeah,
Oh,
Joey Greco.
Joey Greco.
bro.
Put him in the
Jerry
corner,
Greco.
Jerry. We're talking about Jerry Springer, Joey
Yeah,
Greco.
bro.
Fuck.
One time I was,
Your J's mixed up.
Yeah.
I was at the club with you remember Walter from high school?
Oh, I remember that period of your life.
Yeah. So I went to hang out with him. We were at this club,
Yeah.
and what's it called? Bro, your boy got trashed, right? And
Yeah, I remember that period of your
I
life.
only know, like I was there with one guy, but I knew that we were with like a group of guys, right? And so I was like, well, you know, if I'm with this group of people, I'm gonna have their back, you know, because I would hope they would have my back, you know.
Yeah.
And so like I'm over here like drinking and shit, not giving a fuck, right? Just having a good time. Next thing you know, I'm asking for a beer, and then all of a sudden you see a camera crew. Like I'm over here at the bar, so like they were quite a distance away. But like if you think like of a gymnasium, they'd probably be on the other side of the gymnasium, right? So they fucking come in, and bro, like at first I'm like, it's the cops, and they're like, nah, they're like, nah, bro, like, but you see the camera crew come up, right? And they go, and they had like this circular couch with the pole in the middle, you know, so like people could get up there and dance and shit.
Yeah.
And they like fucking made a beeline to that shit, and you know, the whole club like goes silent, and then like all the lights are pointing to this guy with this girl, and next thing you know, her boyfriend goes up there. And I was like, oh shit, it's cheaters, you know. Bro, your boy was trash, bro. So I'm like, if you think I'm loud just talking normal, you know, like I'm fucking roasted, bro. And like I'm like, oh shit, they're about to fight, right? Because her boyfriend comes in, bro. As soon as they like are about to knuckle up and fight, bro, they do that fake fight thing where like you hug each other like this, and you're like, you know, like they're both hitting each other like with this part of their hand.
Are you trying to grab my hair and jerk me off? Like, what the fuck?
Like they fight like that, bro.
That's how we sword fight. In the streets, that's a bare
And
knuckle brawl.
Yeah. And whoever comes first loses.
It's a little too much for my taste, sir.
That's how we always solved all our problems, right?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
paper scissors rock, we had fucking. No, but no, so that's not what I was doing.
Peter always drew rock and tried to come first.
I'd always want to lose, so as soon as I saw him get close, I'd slow down a little bit.
And then I'd come in like, let's scissor.
All right, stop.
Back to your
Stop
story.
being gay.
Back to your story.
Anyways.
Bleep that out.
No, it's real.
You live with what you said here. Yeah, I know. But anyway, so they do the little fake fight thing where they're like not really punching each other, but
It's
they're like
theater-
kind of hugging and
theater
shit.
fighting.
Yeah, and so
Stage fighting.
and so I'm looking at that shit, and I'm like, bullshit, you know, and I start yelling bullshit, bullshit. I had the whole club chanting bullshit, bro. Like as they're like taking the show out, and I was like, that ain't no fucking fight. And so a few minutes later, like I'm bro, at this point, like, you know, when you get drunk where like everything just starts like, you know. So next thing you know, who was there? It was some people from our high school. It was like wait a minute, there's more people from our high school
I was
there,
gonna say,
right?
do you really want to name?
Yeah, I don't
them?
want to name people, but we were there, right? I didn't even show up with these guys. I showed up with Walter, right? But I go and like I'm so drunk, and I see it's like, oh well, we were hanging with them, they were hanging with us, and now I just see like two guys like in each other's faces, right? And one of the guys was like, I thought, oh, he's on my team, and that motherfucker's on that team. So like I'm like, I go up drunk as fuck. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on, and so then I look and I just see this guy like mouthing, and it's like loud in the club, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like I just see him mouthing me, and I'm like, I get real close to him and I push the shit out of him. I push him. I'm like, well, let's go. You know? Like I'm fucking drunk, bro. I'm like, come on, let's go. And so like he kind of walks up to me, and I'm like, I'm ready to hit his ass. Next thing you know, like when nothing happens, you know. So I'm like, yeah, you know. And next thing you know, I get, come on, you're out. I'm like, oh man. Like I didn't even get kicked out with the guys I actually went there with, just the guys that we were there with the guys. And so then like because I got kicked out and stuff, I was like, can you guys take me home? Like we're all from Garland. I know you're gonna go there. Can you just they were cool, bro, because I was
Yeah.
down, bro.
You were down.
I was down. I didn't even talk to him in high school, but in that club that one time, I was gonna knuckle up with him, bro.
That's cool.
So you were almost on cheaters, though.
Almost on cheat.
I was just saying-
he fucked up the fight choreography, so they had to take it to another club.
Yeah, they
to
took it to a
refilm.
different place.
That's my assumption. They're like, hey, that dude that said bullshit, fuck that dude. Let's get him on here.
Yeah, they were gonna try to pay me $400 to.
In a case of beer.
Joey Greco or Jerry Greco.
Jerry Greco.
Yeah, Jerry Greco. Hey, do you think they pay people more to act like the person that got cheated on?
From what I
Right? It's
understood,
like-
it was like everybody was getting paid shitty.
because they're
He
more-
just said, "Hey,
they're
like, I want
episode
this."
about-
Nah, if I'm getting cheated on, bro, you pay me like at least $200 more,
Yeah,
bro.
okay, but like you got to look at it this way, right? Like how Dustin Diamond Screech, right? When he was on Celebrity Fit Club, he said everybody's gonna get paid to be there, but you get paid more money if you're there to like cause trouble and be an asshole. So he was like, I'm really a nice guy. But when the
I need
cameras are on,
money.
I need that paper.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be a dick to everybody. He's like,
That's
so that's
funny.
what he's like. I became the heel. I became the bad
Yeah,
guy.
man, because fuck that shit. If I got to be the little bitch on the show that got cheated on and go like, why are you doing this? Why would you do this to me?
to me, that'd be more realistic because I've seen you cry.
The fuck? You believe that shit, bro?
I
would-
would cry.
Yeah,
You see me cry too?
like
I've
legit,
seen-
like
we've all
legit,
seen
like
each other
tears,
cry.
not crocodile
I
tears.
know
Oh
Scott seen me cry. I seen him cry like a bitch before.
yeah, I've sobbed.
Yeah.
I've sobbed.
He seen me cry like a bitch too.
Do I cry a lot?
Not a lot, but when you
Oh,
do,
okay.
like you're real bitchy.
We're
Am I an ugly crier or do I look sexy?
You're like okay. I feel like we cried the same, right? Like we try to be stoic,
Like-
and like just like, but then all
Like
of a
when
sudden,
you just got your ass whooped type crying?
like when you got spanked real hard as a kid, you're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
shit don't hurt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that you got like the one tear, but like that one tear and like
Yeah.
everything else just
Yeah.
like start to like flow out, and then
Yeah.
it's just like ah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes a good cry feels good though.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes you're like,
it's
fuck,
therapeutic.
man, like-
Yeah, I haven't had a good cry in a minute.
I haven't had a good cry in a while.
I think as you get
I just,
older,
I just watch sad shit all the time to like make myself cry.
To
And then I just-
desensitize yourself? No.
bro, I feel like as you get older and life just beats you down,
Mm-hmm.
and then like shit happens to you that you're like, I never thought this shit was gonna fucking happen.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, like life just like fucking gets you. That
Yeah.
you just kind of become harder, bro. Like,
A little bit.
yeah, I think the only thing that really gets me like to cry is like my kids. I think like if I talk to my kids about how much they mean to me, like I'll fucking start crying. But now, bro, I can see a fucking puppy get run over. I'm like, psh,
I'm still the puppy level.
that-
Like if I see a puppy cry,
nah,
I'm like,
bro.
no.
No, I desensitize myself. There's this thing on Instagram I follow, Nature's Metal.
Nature's metal.
So, okay, so some animals and shit like that. Then it's like dogs and cats are the two that are like.
Bro, okay. So since we're talking about nature's metal, like okay,
That's a gnarly fucking page, bro.
since it's animal on animal, like it don't bother me.
Mm.
That's the real thing, right? But if like it's like hunting videos or some shit
Yeah.
like that, or like you see a dog get hit by a car, you're like, no, it's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But like, unfortunately, I saw this little baby seal get taken out by a killer whale, and it just like looked up at the dude at the camera, like, hey man, you gonna fucking help me?
Nope.
Nope.
Grab my fin.
Basically, and I was like,
No.
I was like,
I'm just here to record.
man, like Willie done
yeah.
fucked you
I don't
up.
want to
Nah.
get involved in nature.
Well, you know how last time we were talking about serial killers and shit? The fucking phone heard me, and now I get a lot of these. There's this thing I've been watching, the Coffee House Crimes.
Bro, me too.
this
That's
whole
where I
fucking
watch
week.
most of my shit.
Coffee House Crimes?
There's one on there of a dude, that ended up.
So you
he
can
was
put your shit on
stalking his
airplane
next-door
mode.
neighbor who was a girl, and she was moving out that same day. The same day she was getting ready to move out, he had stole a master key from the like janitor or whatever.
What?
And the day she was to move out, because he was creepy as fuck, he murdered her. He smothered her for 15, or strangled her for 15 minutes, and then cut her into 5 separate pieces.
Yeah.
And then
What?
hid them around town, but he hid the torso in the dumpster right next to the dorms, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the next day, he's on TV giving an interview about this shit.
Yeah.
And they tell him, they're like, well, like, oh man, I hope we can find some kind of trace of her. And they're like, oh, did you hear about the torso they found behind the campus? And you can see he immediately goes, his whole demeanor changed. Like in the interview, he's super chatty.
Yeah.
He ends up getting arrested. His whole entire
Based off that
his whole
interview?
his whole entire interrogation, he just stares at the whoever's interviewing him. Like no matter where he turns, if he's like right here, or if he like goes like that, he just sits there and just says no, yes.
Is that-
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
totally
yeah,
changes
yeah,
voice
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything. It's wild. If you get an hour,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
recommend.
Yeah, he was on the interview saying like, oh, I don't know, like she was here and all this stuff, and I was really like close to her, whatever.
Very talkative.
Yeah.
Totally switched, and you see him on camera too. Like his whole body changes, and he goes and sits down.
Is that shit on
It's
YouTube?
real-
Like,
it's
where
real-
can you find
And he
that?
had this weird voice, and every time they asked him, he's like, I don't know why I would
Do you
like
wanna-
some
Do
weird
you
shit.
want to react to just the interview
Yeah,
part?
yeah, because I know it's like a serious subject, but like I was on going down YouTube rabbit holes the other day, and this is stupid, But there was two neighbors that were having like feuds and shit, and I guess the neighbor ended up leaving the property. Like so, like the neighbor on the left ended up leaving, and I guess the house was technically abandoned.
Yeah.
So what happens was the neighbor on the right set the house on fire.
What?
They're like, fuck these people. I don't like them, right?
Yeah.
And so the fire department comes, put the fire out, and they're like questioning people, like, oh my god, like how could this have happened? Whatever. Same thing. This lady's like being interviewed and stuff, and she's like, oh, like I was just inside watching TV. I saw the flames. It was really hot. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so the fire department's like, hey, you have security cameras. Like, can we like see if you maybe caught something? Lady's like, yeah, go ahead. Anything I have is yours. Dumbass caught herself on camera lighting like something on fire, throwing it across the fence to the neighbor's house, and it broke through a window, went inside, caught that shit on fire. They came back and arrested her ass for like arson. I don't remember like
That's
the time.
fucking stupid, bro. Self-snitching nowadays has become so prevalent. Like, not just in that, but like fucking rappers have gone to jail for rapping about fucking their crimes, and and then the crimes being real.
Yeah,
like it's like fucking stupid, man. And then, like also like people robbing places, and then posting all the money on Facebook and shit and all this stuff, getting themselves caught.
So have you Tom Segura? Have you seen Tom Segura's skit where he talks about the first 48?
Yeah,
the people are like, hey, like this dude said that you knew Dookie Shoes or whatever, and that they saw y'all together on this date, and you're wearing a blue shirt. And he's like, yeah, I killed that guy. And Tom's like, can't you lie?
Yeah, bro, it's funny, man. Like
that's butchering the joke, but like that's exactly what that reminded me of. It was fucking hilarious.
No, it's funny, man. Like what's fucking crazy, bro, is that me and Jonathan have been watching like the same shit.
I know, bro.
That's crazy.
Have you watched the Jodi Arias one yet?
Yeah, Jodi Arias. Yeah, she's fucking crazy, bro. But bro, like that's the thing, is that like periodically in my life, it's like something will trigger it, and then I go deep into the rabbit hole of murders. But then usually what gets me out of it is that I'll start crossing like situations where like they hurt kids. Oh, and that really turns me off to the whole thing. Bro, like
I went down like a rabbit hole with the Netflix documentary Mastermind. It's a long.
Is it a real thing. Like is it documentary?
So like in 2004 or 2007 or whatever it was, this couple not kidnapped, but they lured a pizza dude out that they happen to know to a field, and they strapped that bomb.
Yeah, I saw that one, bro.
Yeah,
did you see the fake movie they made with the guy that played Zuckerberg? It's called like 30 minutes or less or some shit like that. But it's a movie. It's a fake movie. The guy that does Eastbound and Out. Him. He was the main guy, but the dude that does the Eastbound and Down or whatever, the curly haired dude.
Shit, the super Danny McBride.
Yeah, him. He's one of the bad guys on the stuff. But like they basically made a movie, like kind of going over that.
But it was a comedy though, wasn't it?
It was a comedy, but the real movie was, I mean, the real shit that happened was definitely more fucked up.
Like, it's all about like drugs and money, and money she thought was owed to her, and all kinds of crazy
that bitch was fucking
shit.
crazy.
And she's to this day like in prison. She's like, I'm not guilty.
Like bitch, we saw the documentary. Yes, you is.
I seen it. Everybody told on you.
I found the video. So it's the guy's name is Steven McDaniel, but the channel is JCS Criminal Psychology.
Oh shit,
that's a good one too. That's a fucking banger,
one
bro.
Of the best ones. They get the Jodi Arias one too. But this is like for like 2 minutes. It explains everything, and then it goes into the interview, and it's like a quick, short 2 minutes.
I want
to see your genuine reaction.
Real quick. Shout out JCS Criminal Psychology.
Absolutely.
Fucking
Great
bangers.
Channel. Absolutely great show.
Told her friends multiple times that she felt someone had been inside her apartment, and she also started getting an eerie vibe when she came back alone, especially late at night. It was as though she could sense something wasn't right, and she even thought about moving multiple times, but unfortunately never went through with it. The reality was that Steven McDaniel had the master's key from a security.
He looks like an elf, bro.
No, he looks like the guy that played Charles Lee Ray in the first Child's Play. Before he put his body into Chucky, that's who that looks like.
Situation before, or even knew anyone that had. She may have trusted her intuition
South Carolina.
and knowingly saved herself from a tragic fate. But that's the key word: trust. She had no proof of the danger she was in, only conviction, which unfortunately wasn't strong enough when it was most needed. Stephen McDaniel snuck into Lauren's apartment once more, only this time she was sleeping inside. As he crept into her bedroom, she awoke and immediately panicked once she saw the intruder. McDaniel then pounced on top of her and proceeded to strangle her for roughly 15 minutes. Lauren put up a courageous fight and clawed at her attacker's face and chest, but she was eventually overpowered.
Couldn't they tell, like, when they did the interview with this guy that he had, like, claw marks on his face?
Body in the bathtub with a hacksaw. He cut his victim into 5 pieces, placed each piece in a trash bag, and
Bro, his eyes look like fucking dead, bro.
Trash cans around campus. 3 days later, Lauren's concerned friends would arrive at her apartment and let themselves in with a
Nice apartment, though.
McDaniel would notice from his window.
That's the
invited himself
creepiest.
Inside as he offered to help.
Yeah.
All of her belongings were still inside, including her cell phone, driver's license, and passport. A missing persons report was filed that night. A search party commenced the next morning, and police would discover the victim's torso at 9:40 a.m. It was placed in a trash can next to the apartment complex. The rest of the victim's remains were never recovered. The investigation.
So they only found the torso?
Missing person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Police canvassed the surrounding area and began conducting interviews with neighbors and classmates, one of whom was Stephen McDaniel. But he was first interviewed
Oh,
by
yeah.
local news, and at the time was unaware that part of the victim's remains had been discovered.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person was she? I mean, how did you
I mean, she's nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Bro, what a piece of shit, bro. They could talk about somebody after they killed him.
You know, I mean, we just don't know where she is.
What about like the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there. Have you heard? Have you seen anything there?
You saw that new blink.
Have you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like they took out a body earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're gonna ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I was sit down.
Caught.
Look,
This is most likely a genuine reaction.
Bro.
That could be like that could be like to some people just taken as like just complete shock.
Yeah.
But knowing what we know now, like you're like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit, like he's like, oh, I'm caught.
Yeah. He's like,
Like,
yeah.
nice
I'm
as grass.
caught.
It's crazy, like, how, like, somebody gets to that point that, like, obviously he was obsessed with her, like, to the point where, like, I guess it's a, if I can't have you, nobody can, but to, like, cut her into 5 different pieces, like,
Bro,
the next level
that's
weird
sick shit.
bro.
So was her okay? So
Well, I
this
think
this is a fucked up question. Was her head attached to her torso?
No.
So it was just torso, limbs. Well, that'd be 5 pieces
Dude,
right
if
there.
you go down
Torso
this
and then
rabbit
the
hole
limbs.
if you go down this rabbit hole of this shit, you'll hear some worse ones. Like this dude that killed both his parents and then cut his mom's head off and put her head on the pot on the stove and left that shit running for 4 days until the cop showed up. The heater was running, and that top had been on for 4 days, just roasting her head.
Her head. What the?
And
Yeah.
there's like body cam footage. Like the cops go in, they find the thing, they don't open it up, or but you see there's a stove on the pot that's like sizzling, and like they said, as soon as they went in, the smell was. It's on one of these channels too.
Yeah.
It's you can go down. There's some crazy shit people have done. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
So like that you know, it sounds like a lot, and obviously
Yeah.
it is. Like
Yeah.
my question is how did people get to that point? But there's some crazier shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's
well,
like
I think
it-
sometimes it's like you know, like you get yourself into a place, right? Because here's the thing that I always say too is like you also can't pretend that it's that like being able to kill somebody isn't in every person.
Yeah.
You know, like I think everybody is capable of doing it. It's just like not putting yourself in a situation where those certain things could happen. Because like I mean, like some situations could be like if like you felt like your life was in danger. Like if you know for
That's
whatever
different,
reason,
yeah.
for whatever
Yeah.
reason, I go and you get to the point where you're like, oh my god, like this motherfucker's not gonna stop until I like stop him permanently. You know, like you may not be wanting to do that, but at a certain point you'll be so scared that I think you'd be capable of doing that, which is definitely different. But I think what happens is like they get in this fake scenario, like they get so much in their head that one thing happens, right, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, like oh, I'm just gonna go into her apartment, you know, and like at some point that's enough. But then you do it a couple times and it's not enough, and then you're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be gone, we need to be together and all this shit. It's like he created this fantasy, and then he acts on it, and then he's like, oh fuck, now I'm like raping this girl, or now she knows I'm here, there's like, I'm going to jail, so she needs to shut up. And then
It's
they go
kinda
further,
like-
and then
it's like-
just further and further and further and further. They just keep
it's like
panicking.
being caught like ruin the fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so I couldn't even like imagine like that, like seeing how shook he got, like when they're like, yeah, they found a part of the body. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
Shut
it reminds me of a movie called A Shallow Grave. It came out like in the 90s. Got
heard of it.
got Ewan McGregor. Basically, what happens is like there's roommates and there's somebody who like stayed in the house with them and they died and basically left a whole bunch of money behind. And so then they cut that person up and like buried them in the woods. And now the three of them are going insane trying to figure out what they're gonna do with this money.
That's fucking crazy.
It's super crazy, but
Yeah.
it's not the same. But like that shit, like right there, like just people go through some weird shit.
Yeah. Well, since we're on that murder thing, did y'all hear about the McAfee thing? The John McAfee?
The John McAfee thing.
Where
Bro, I went in a
So-
fucking rabbit hole,
talking
bro,
about-
looking at that shit.
Murder. Yes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
okay, so
He-
I know.
I think the proper term is he got Epstein.
Yeah.
They're turning
He
that into
definitely
a
got
verb.
Epstein.
They're turning that into a verb now. So I only know like
Yeah.
like base level
Yeah,
like
yeah,
shit about
yeah.
it. But like, didn't he have like a tattoo that said "whacked"?
Yeah.
That way,
Schwacked, but
schwacked.
like the
Okay.
way signed- So here's the thing. So there was another YouTuber. I think it's. I don't want to say the name because I don't want. But he did a deep dive on John McAfee.
Sure.
And I saw the name. I'm like, we talking about the motherfucker who invented the antivirus software?
Yeah.
Who
I'm
prevented
like,
me from
well, that's
getting
interesting.
tons of porn viruses?
I'm like, like the video title was like the most interesting man ever, blah blah blah. And I looked into it. Bro, he was a wild motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's been on the run from
Bro.
the U.S. for a while.
Yeah, bro. This dude married a prostitute, bro, and she was fucking hilarious, bro. Cause like when they interview her about how they met, and she's like, he came up to me and was like, "You got the best ass in Miami," and she's like, "It's true," but so he married a prostitute, which is fine, right?
Yeah.
But like he ended up moving to Belize, bro, and like he was definitely doing some Epstein shit over there because I think one of the girls that talked was 16 when she was fucking around with him. But also in Belize though, they were trying to blame him for the murder of like one of his next door
right?
neighbor. Yeah.
'Cause something happened between the neighbor and
And
his
the dog.
dog.
Yeah. Nah, man, and it's fucking crazy because so I didn't really know that guy, so I started looking up interviews. And bro, when he's seriously talking about something, you're like, what the fuck? Like this guy's super smart. Like
Right.
in 5 years ago, he was in an interview talking about how the next war was going to be fought.
cyber war.
You know, cyber war. And so he's talking about hackers and basically
Hold on,
everything.
bro. I see.
Yeah, basically,
That's how. So that's how your
Oh,
phone's on everything.
shit.
You're accidentally letting Siri hear your
fucking
shit.
Siri's fucking coming after us, bro. But he was basically talking about you know, the cyber war, how Russia and China actually parts of their government have hackers working for them, and here in America we're just sitting here with our fucking twiddling our thumbs and shit just because we can't get yeah because we can't get over the fact that some of the most talented hackers like are motherfuckers that just want to smoke weed all day and like fucking play on the computer, you know?
Yeah.
And so like if you hear him talk on some of his serious interviews, you're like, dude, this guy, because he ran for president too.
Yeah, he ran as a libertarian.
Yeah.
And it just did not work out well for him.
For sure. So you hear him that, right? And then I looked into his lifestyle and like those videos that he came out with, those really ridiculous ones where like he's like talking, next thing you know, a girl comes up like she was giving him head and shit, and like he's like on camera with like 6 different girls. It's like you see
He's very eccentric.
you see that, but then you see him like in a real interview for like an hour long, and you're like, dude, this guy's fucking smart.
He definitely had dirt on people, and he knew some shit.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they're like
got-
saying that he got Epstein.
Yeah.
Well, because the U.S. was able to get him extradited from where did he die at?
It was in Spain. I
He
thought.
died in Spain. Yeah, they were trying to get his ass
So
back here
he
for
was
that
getting
tax evasion.
extradited.
For like
And
30 years,
What's
wasn't
funny
it?
is
Yeah.
like there's a bunch of tweets that he mentioned multiple times, like if I ever end up dead, I didn't kill myself.
That's why he had
But
whack
there's-
tattooed on him.
But
Schwack.
there's a lot of people saying like is he just being the ultimate troll? And
I've
did he
heard that,
actually
yeah.
really kill himself?
Yeah.
And like just to make people think, because a couple of years ago, he originally tweeted something like, "If I end, the U.S. government is after me and somebody else is after me. They may come get me today. If so, if I get killed, there's a dead man switch and like 30 gigabytes of information is going to be leaked." But that was like 2 years ago, so people were like, "Oh, is it going to happen now?" But nothing's come out.
Well, they're saying that, Julian
has
Ass-
it the whole time, just like has he been trying to?
that Julian Assange
is next,
released
bro.
that? Yeah.
I'm just saying, Millery and Jill, bro. I think they're offing people, bro. You know who I'm talking about, bro?
Millery and Jill.
Hillary and Jill, I'm fucking dead.
Bro.
Yeah, you're damn right. Them damn Blintons.
Them Blintons, bro.
Them damn Blintons whacking people.
Bruh.
Bro, I ain't gonna say too much because
Suck
You
on
don't
that,
wanna get on the
YouTube.
hit
I don't
list?
want to get on that hit list, bro. But I got my eye on somebody, bro. I think I solved the case. Nah, bro. But that shit's fucking crazy. Like, just looking up his interviews and talk, because this guy was a fucking like smart dude, man. He's made millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, like I think sometimes that you see the shit people do, but it's like, man, what people do. Well, I mean, he's broadcasting it, but like I feel like sometimes we take what people do and then we don't listen to the message that they're bringing in. It's like sometimes, like, you know, the people that are trying to warn you are like crazy, you know, like they're like fucking crazy people, but they could be right, you know.
Yeah.
And so that was fucking crazy, man. Like I would encourage people to just go look at a few interviews.
Just look, you can go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, because a lot of the things he said, like if you look at it, like in hindsight, it's like, oh shit, a lot of the things he said is like what's happening.
Yeah.
It kind of like, man, bro, like I really hate being that type of dude, bro. I don't want to like be that
conspiratorial.
yeah, be the sky's falling, you know. But bro, I'm scared like about shit that like America, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
there are people out there who, you know, they're trying to.
If you don't think that people assassinate their political opponents or people that like go against their message, you don't think that's happening, you don't think some House of Cards shit is not going on, you're fucking lying.
Yeah.
Even to a lesser degree, it like happens with our celebrities, like trying to come out and say like certain things are happening to them that nobody wants to believe.
Yeah.
Because they see like how we talked about, like we see actors and celebrities like in a different light, right?
Yeah.
But when they come out with like real human shit, we're like,
Yeah.
fake.
Yeah.
Like the whole Britney Spears stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like she's been battling her dad like in court
which is fucking wild.
to get her conservatorship
Free
taken
Britney.
away.
That's some
Yeah,
serious shit, man.
you know what? Like I went down that Britney rabbit hole because I was like, man, I used to be super in love with her when I was a little kid, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know what a conservatorship is. I'm
So-
probably not saying that.
so
I didn't even
a
know what that was.
conservatorship, yeah.
Wendy explained it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
My first introduction to the word conservatorship was watching Bert Kreischer talk about like how he wished kind of that Leanne, his wife, had like full control of their money so that he didn't buy stupid shit.
Yeah.
I was like, man, like I know some people who need that.
Yeah.
But like with her, like it's to like the nth level, right? Like they
can't
have
even
it.
go
She
out-
can't have
like,
she can't have babies.
She can't go wherever she
boyfriend.
wants to with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She can't stay the night at his place.
She can't get in the car
have
with him.
Children. Like
Yeah.
they have an IUD in her
Mhm.
that they won't let her take out. Like how
And-
the fuck is this shit even
And she
legal?
can't. And she can't even like spend like her own money.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess it
that's
is
what
legal
the
because
imagine
that's what,
fucked
yeah.
up part is. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
imagine fucking winning in life. You like fucking
Yeah.
gotta like, bro, getting one hit song. Like, write one hit song, I'd be good. I'd be set for the rest of my life. But she's got hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, like
And,
between like even like some like the top like like female vocalists and shit, like they can't catch up to her record sales. Like from 2000 to 2003, like it was like when she was like booming, right?
Yeah.
And even like now, like Adele and Beyonce and shit, like they haven't like caught up to her record sales because of that time period.
Yeah,
It's not that like she hadn't put out like good music since,
Bro.
but during
Yeah.
that time period, like
Yeah.
that was like the biggest that she would
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
get.
yeah.
along with like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, bro.
Mhm.
Like Britney Spears was like, there may be an alleged VHS tape of me from Six Flags in the video room doing "Hit Me Baby One More Time" because, bro, I was a giant Britney Spears fan when I was younger. I don't care. I'll proudly say it. That's why this shit.
Like, bro, I get it. Y'all had crushes on her and shit.
I did have
Like,
crush
these
on
are
her,
white
yeah.
people thing.
I feel you, bro.
understand.
I feel you, bro. But actually liking the songs and shit.
Bro,
It's like listening to NSYNC now, bro.
Okay, there's one song that I thought was dope. The one where
She don't have a snappy song.
Yeah.
No. That one where like, cause I like the beat. That one that goes. Dee, 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 dee. You know.
Toxic.
That one.
Yeah, that's a
That beat went hard.
Yeah.
So the thing, I like instrumentals. You know, we play
Yeah.
instruments
I
and
have a
stuff.
video where
Yeah.
I did a whole dance number to a Britney Spears song.
Oh yeah.
But
But
did we not? We should have interviewed him.
we should have vetted him. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have looked back at all his social media.
We can do that eventually. We can look at my old videos. We can react to our old videos.
I don't want to.
Robert.
I'll react to you, but I don't want to react to me.
Oh, we're gonna
But
react
like
to
this
you.
this
Guy
whole
gets-
shit, bro. Like I feel bad for her. She like I actually so I don't know who leaked it, or it might not be leaked at this time now. But a couple days ago, when she was like in like doing the court hearing through like Zoom or whatever it was,
That's
Skype.
illegal too that it got leaked.
Yeah.
So on the
Like-
unfortunate thing.
Yeah,
see, bro?
and I was listening to it. Like she's like, I think she wrote down like everything she wanted to say, and she's like,
You're right,
so
listening to her.
she's like so distraught and like everything.
Yeah.
She's like speed reading. She's like, this is what's going on. Like my dad is like controlling my life. Like I don't have control of my money. I can't have a child. They won't let me take my IUD out. Like I can't marry my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I can't even be in the car with him.
They can't even go to like whatever restaurant I went to. They have to go to one that has
They-
windows. Like she's constantly filming my paparazzi.
Yeah, and they're sending her places for like medical help, and it's always somewhere where like the paparazzi is like gonna pounce on her, and so she's like, I'm just being driven crazy, and like people went down like I didn't know that the Free Britney movement had been going on since like 2008 2009.
Yeah, bro.
Like I think that's like when the conservatorship started.
Yeah.
But
Bro, I'm
this shit's
concerned.
crazy.
I'm concerned that fucking Russia and China are fucking up our fuel pipelines, are fucking causing meat shortages and shit. And our fucking hackers, bro, we're fucking streaming the Britney shit. We
You
go
know what?
there.
It is the Britney shit.
Yeah. Which is great. I appreciate it, but I feel like we should probably start fucking around with like.
Well, you know the
other
unfortunate
people.
thing now is that since that audio leaked,
Mhm.
they're probably gonna have the rest of the case sealed. So we're not gonna hear anything until probably the end.
Well,
We're
Yeah.
not gonna hear any any other news.
Well, we
That's
shouldn't.
the
but
unfortunate
We shouldn't be
she-
nosy, anyways. But I hope that she gets
Yeah.
freedom of her life.
She
'cause-
needs-
Yeah,
man.
because
She
how old
seems-
is she? She's almost
Hey,
40.
I don't wanna.
I mean, she's an adult. That's basically what I'm getting at. Like, she should have like control over.
Scott's like,
what
ain't that
she-
bitch old?
Not exactly.
I mean, she was
Not
like 10 years
exactly.
older than we were when we were
Yeah.
12. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
hey,
But yeah, like she's an adult. She should be able to like do everything that she wants to do. To like have like be like it's like if you're an adult and like your mom's like, hey, all this money that you've made, you can't touch it. Don't give a fuck what you say. You know what? I don't like the color of your kitchen cabinets. Repaint it to a color I like. Hey, by the way, you can't have any more kids. Oh, and all that money that you made that you can't touch, I'm spending it.
because that's the thing too.
That's the shit that
why
she's going through.
The dad is the real jackass. The
Mhm.
dad and that Jamie Lynn Spears.
Yeah.
The sister. The reason they don't want her to marry is because then they wouldn't be the conservators anymore.
It'd be the
They would
husband.
transfer over to her husband, and her husband would have control of everything.
Yeah.
And that's
But-
what they don't want, and that's some fucked up shit. And they can say whatever they want. That's plain as day right there.
Yeah.
They don't. They want that fucking. They want her money.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Y-
Of course, this is all about the money, bro.
Yeah.
So this there's this show on Netflix, and it's about like, it's not. I think it's called Mad Money or something like that. It's one of those shows that has to do with like all the people that have done shady shit for money. So it's gone over like Ponzi
Filthy rich.
schemes, filthy rich. On one of those episodes is talks about conservatorships, and bro, people like it's like some silly shit. Like this one guy, he had like a pretty successful business, and like he was older, and then he like met this older like Hispanic lady, and he married her. And so then they're all vacationing and shit like that, and next thing you know, they're like, oh, like they just made the thing of like, oh, she married him for his money. Next thing you know, they go and they got like the government, like they have these people that like take over, and they took all his nice cars. The dude had money, so like they took all his nice cars because they're saying he's too old to make his decisions. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I got married, like, you know, and the lady's like, we're just living our life. Like, it's like, you know, like he just happened to have money, and they
Yeah.
took all this shit. This other one, the guy had his parents had bought two houses that were right next to each other. one of the trees fell and like knocked down one of his gutters, and because like it was like a violation for the city or some shit like that, they took a picture. Then they started looking into him, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll fix it or whatever. But because they looked into him and they were like, oh, well, he's old and all this stuff, they ended up taking possessions of all his houses and shit. They sold his houses. Like when you have conservatorship, bro, they can sell your shit, bro.
Yeah, you basically have no.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she
That
has no-
episode's fucked up,
so
bro.
she compared her situation to. She unfortunately compared to like sex trafficking, like mainly saying that she worked 7 days a week, like 10, 11 hours a day, having to do
She has a fucking
do certain
allowance.
things.
Yeah.
She said that she had an allowance, and she said that basically there were doctors there on call 24/7, like give her medication in the morning, and she'd have to like strip down and like be seen naked by these people. And like she was basically like treated like a slave, like in her own home.
Yeah, that's fucked
and
up.
every time that she would like try to like say something or like push back, there were threats that were made. Like I think there was threats to say that she'd lose her kids if they didn't do certain things. She at one point was being worked so hard that she was teaching her dancer, like her backup dancers, the choreography that she wanted, and there was a dance move that she wanted to take out into her face, like, oh, okay, cool, like we get it, we completely understand. And then the second she turned around, she's like,
They
oh,
fucking hit
like,
that
I'm
bitch on the
free.
head.
No, they're like, hey, like we hear that you're not, abiding by your agreement, that you're not doing everything that you said you would do. I've got like a million emails saying, or a million messages saying that you're not, acting in accordance with the conservatorship or whatever. Like your contract, next day they put her on like a completely different drug. Like
That's fucking
it's like
crazy,
keep her
bro.
fucked up.
Yeah, man. Like that's what's fucked up, man. Like people should be allowed to make their mistakes because I think they're hanging on the time where she kind of went a little, crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's not even that. Like she went crazy, bro. We all have like episodes, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you
We all
would,
have our moments, bro.
yeah. If you followed me,
yo.
yeah.
you see
fo-
some shit with me.
Yeah, if you follow me around like for like what 10 years of my life, you're gonna look at some shit that you'd be like, I question if this guy's sane, right? Like this guy's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But it's fucked up. Like, man, that we should be allowed to make our own mistakes and do this shit. Like, what do you expect of her to be perfect? Like to not
That-
like
I
fucking do.
think-
Like that's how we get better is we make mistakes and we learn from them and get better.
I think like from her father's standpoint, because she even made like the comparison. She was like, Miley Cyrus can smoke weed on stage, but like I have to make sure that my body's like in peak everything in order for me to like appease my father who runs my life.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fucking crazy.
Like the whole thing, like, because this is fucked up. But like, someone told me that like, hey, like Britney Spears lost her shit, and before I went down this rabbit hole and like figured out everything that was going on with her, I was seeing like these like videos that she was putting out on Instagram and like all that kind of stuff, and I was like, she's lost her shit. Like that's not like the Britney Spears that I used to like.
Probably all
like
fucking medicine.
imagine like back in
Yeah,
the day.
you know what
Yeah.
they should do? They should lock up her dad with the leave Britney alone dude and just let him fucking douche because
Chris
that
Crocker?
Oh,
yeah.
you know, some
shit.
throwback YouTube shit.
bro, we all remember him, bro. We all remember him. He was down, bro. He was
Yeah, he
right or
was
die
super
with
down,
her.
One of
yeah.
the first like viral videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on YouTube.
Yeah, and he made a
Damn,
career
bro.
out of that, like
Yeah.
just being a fan.
Yeah.
Going into porn and
He did porn.
He did porn. How do you know this,
bro, I
Jonathan?
go down a lot of rabbit holes.
Yeah, you go down a
Yeah,
lot of
that
holes, bro.
roll.
I have not seen
Is that
the
chocolate
footage.
on your lips, bro?
I haven't seen the footage, but I know it exists.
Yeah.
Anyways, hashtag free Britney.
Yeah, free Britney. Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I for sure hope that she gets her life back. Like that shit. Like I said, like at first I was like, "Ooh, what the fuck is going on with her?" And then you find everything out. You're like, "Fuck, just let her be an adult. Let her." Let
Look,
her
I mean,
live
she
her life."
already lost her kids. She lost Justin Timberlake. Come on, throw her a fucking bone, bro.
Justin Timberlake like came to her defense.
Hell yeah,
He was,
bro.
like,
That dude's a fucking
basically-
angel. He has an angelic voice. Anyways,
Yeah, but I don't know.
thanks for going with that, bro.
Hope that she gets
I,
what she
I,
wants.
I fucking try to say something funny and then you just leave me hanging.
About what?
About
It's
Justin
serious.
Timberlake.
About Justin Timberlake having an angelic voice? He
Yeah,
does.
no.
No, like that's a statement, not a joke. Like, hey, like, right?
I just thought you were gonna go with
quick
it.
Question to end this conversation: what's your favorite version of Justin Timberlake? Mine is macaroni hair Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
no.
my favorite version of JT is ripping off Janet Jackson's pasty.
Ooh, controversial, JT.
Oh, you like your JT dirty.
Yeah, I like my boy band members a little bad.
Yeah. No. I think when he started doing shit with Timberland, again,
Yeah.
just going back with the music
Cry Me
part,
a River, that's a fucking banger.
bro.
It's a
Yeah,
fucking banger.
bro. Can we talk about how underappreciated Timberland is?
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
he's one of the GOAT producers.
Yeah.
bro. Like, I mean, definitely, like nowadays, music has kind of moved on, right?
Yeah.
But bro,
still-
in his fucking prime, bro, you have Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Justin Timberlake, Nelly Furtado, bro.
Oh yeah.
Put some respect on his name. That's all I gotta say.
Respect.
Yeah. But I mean, also sad day. Florida. That was really sad. Bummer.
That
Yeah.
collapse in Florida, man. That's some wild shit.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
There's still a lot of people missing. Look at when you guys.
I
stop,
think
let me look at the updated
I think
numbers.
as of right now, there's still like almost 200 people missing. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like in
No, it
the
was
one.
like at 150. at last.
Like, it was like 159 last.
Yeah.
I was rounding up, but I was looking into that shit too.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
And I think it's situations like this that I think the reason why we should talk about it, right, is because in my opinion, there's a lot of people that walk around like, oh, woe is me, you know? And I think that one of the things that would really help us live a better life is to remember that we are all gonna die. And we like to think that it's gonna be of old age, you know, like maybe I still have a few more years, I have time. But like this shows that you can literally just be sitting in your condo and it can come down like if you ask any of those people, how do you think you would die? Like maybe the craziest would be like, oh, I'll get in a car accident or maybe crossing the street.
Freak accident. You
Yeah.
don't think all of a sudden your building.
Yeah, I would just be sitting and all of a sudden the building's gonna collapse. And I think like we really need to remember, like there's this thing, you know, I really like Stoicism and they talk about memento mori. Remember you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And if you just remember that every day, you will just appreciate the fact that, hey, you know what? I woke up today. There's some people that were alive yesterday and not alive today.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people. So it's like we already started off winning. Like, you know, that's like just keep it going, you know. And
Yeah,
Try
there
not
was-
to hold grudges either.
yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Even though it's hard, we're all guilty of it. I
Yeah.
hold grudges at times, but
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you never know what the hell can happen.
for sure,
Well, of
man.
course.
For sure.
And with some I've seen some of the interviews and stuff. There's a guy who owns a unit or two, and his friends were there, and the reporter was like, "So how are you feeling?" It's like basically in a nutshell, he's like, "Fuck the money. I don't care about the money." He's like,
How
"I
do you
want
think
to
I
find
feel,
my
man?
friends." He's like, "I want to make sure that they're okay."
Yeah.
And in that time that everything has gone by, like they're trying to figure out what's been going on. Like apparently, like the land like around the condominium had been sinking since the 90s.
There was like a
Right?
crack that they found 2 years ago.
And
One of
isn't
the
isn't
pillars.
that because of construction that was going on
I don't know, but I know
nearby?
one of the main structural like pillars, they found a giant crack in it 2 years ago.
Because those, so the
it
two,
already had
so
signs of destabilization.
Yeah.
then.
so
Is
so
your
the
mic
two,
supposed to be down?
the two things that or the two causes that it seemed to be like the most like could be most prevalent at this point in time are either that there was the land sinking, even though they didn't find a sinkhole, or maybe the possibility of like the steel rebar and the concrete like corroding and then like just like cracking and then like being structurally like the integrity of the structure is
Yeah.
like that not there.
Well,
and
I-
this building is like 40 years old. It's like gone through hurricanes and shit, and it was just re-up for its
crazy,
recertification.
like, there's one video of the footage of like I saw it was like from another building, like it just randomly collapses.
Yeah.
Like, and
Well, I just
now-
really-
right now there's still 152 people missing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
I just really hope that it's a situation where like it is like a freak accident and that like it couldn't have been avoided. I really hope it's not from like somebody's you know, not doing their job or something like that. Cause
I don't think it was.
I don't
there was
think-
any
yeah,
like terrorist like.
no. I mean, like in the
Like-
sense that like that there was signs that this was
It's
gonna
not
happen.
The negligence of somebody else.
Yeah.
'Cause, God, like I don't know how somebody could relate. You know, if you knew that something was your fault, like that you were like the cause of the deaths of so far 9 people.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't live with myself.
yeah,
like, that
yeah,
way.
yeah.
They're the movie Unstoppable about the train, right?
I actually
Like that's
love that
based
movie.
that's based off a true story too.
Yeah.
And the guy who let the train go, like I mean, luckily nobody was like dead, I don't think, but
Yeah.
like to like have to live with that, like knowing what could have happened. I don't know if I'm strong enough to deal with something like that.
152 people still unaccounted for and collapsed.
But
It's crazy.
so this is what I'm
So
hoping
that's
too.
9 people.
They made a point of stating that there are snowbirds who like come in and like are there like during the wintertime to avoid the cold. So hopefully people weren't in those units. And they also made it a point that there were 28 foreign individuals who are tied to those units. Hopefully they're not there. But as of today, like they're still finding like bodies. That's why it's up to 9. But they've also found like body parts and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that's
people.
crazy, man. Because you gotta think like if you're like you gotta find these people, man, and like you're moving big things, and you might want to be using machinery, and you kind of want to be delicate with the bodies too. So I do not envy those people that like have to do that job,
Yeah.
you know. And I just hope that.
I know that they're still hoping for like pockets of like
Yeah.
air or whatever where
Yeah.
people could be, but unfortunately, like as sad as it is, like I think now you're just looking for like
Because
that
a
final
lot of that
like
152
the
could
finality
be, like,
of it.
people that like they just haven't accounted for because they may own a unit, but they may not have been.
Well,
there.
that's what I was saying. Like that's why I think they made a point of like mentioning snowbirds and
But
the,
that's still a
the
lot to
foreign
be
tenants.
unaccounted for.
Yeah.
You would know. You
I mean,
would probably
yeah.
think that phone calls have been made by now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
you would
yeah.
hope,
So-
but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I really hope that, you know, people weren't there.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
you know, something that we like, I just think that we could take from it is just, you know, appreciate life. You know,
Yeah.
don't like. I know life has its.
Don't take anything for granted.
Yeah,
You don't know
life
what's gonna happen.
life has its struggles, you know, but I think a lot of the times we put ourselves through struggles because it's like we think that life is harder than what it really is, but half the battle is just your perspective on the problems. And if your building's not collapsing on you, I'm pretty sure you're going to get over, you know, some of the stuff that you're going through.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So, but on a lighter note, you know, did y'all see that Gervonta Davis fight?
I didn't.
Bro, I can pull up that 2-minute highlights if you want to react to them.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, bro.
He's knocked out.
Yeah, bro. Gervonta Davis, bro, he's fucking legit, bro. Like, cause this guy had like a few inches on him. Like he was definitely the taller guy, the heavier guy, the bigger guy.
Yeah.
And oh boy, had never been dropped before.
He's Floyd Mayweather's protege.
Okay.
Gervonta Davis is, yeah.
Okay.
And bro, his defense is nice, bro. Like, I mean, definitely not as good as Mayweather, but it was nice, bro. The highlights are pretty dope.
All right, cool. Let's see it.
Bro, how much money do you think those chains are?
A lot.
I couldn't even fathom how much money he's wearing around his neck or on his wrist.
So
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis is the one in the yellow trunks.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in the 8th round. Yeah. That's the first time he had ever been dropped.
And he just ran
yeah.
in.
Yeah. You see, boom, dropped again. Bro, that guy though is a fucking savage, bro. Heart of a fucking champ, bro.
Yeah.
He was getting pegged with that left hand all fucking fight, and
Yeah.
he just kept coming back. And even after he got dropped, bro, he
go,
came
right.
back and did good. Yeah, you
Ooh,
see, yeah,
okay.
bro. He was no scrub, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Like, mad respect. Even though that dude lost, bro, he's a fucking warrior, bro. Like, this was already after being rocked, bro. He came back and was just pink, you know?
Body shot.
Yeah, that's the thing about...
That's it. Or almost it.
No. He gets one
he
more
gets
time.
like a-
He gets 2-piece in the body again.
Boom.
Oh, was it? Oh, no.
He stopped it right
Yeah.
there. He's been knocked too many times.
Yeah. Bro, the highlights are cool and everything, but does not do the fight justice, bro. Like, if you... just the back and forth, bro. Like, the dude was doing so good, the Hispanic kid, and he was kind of up. And it's crazy when you watch the fight. Mayweather goes up at the end of the 7th round, before the 8th. What's his name? Mayweather goes up to him. No. So this was after he dropped him. After he dropped him at the end of the 8th, right? Mayweather goes up to him and he's like, "Hey, you're down on the unofficial scorecard." And Davis is like, "What the fuck? I just dropped him." But because the guy had done so good in the beginning rounds, like, and it's crazy because
It
it's
was like a 10-7
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
And he knocked him down twice, so he caught back up at that point.
Yeah.
But he was losing the fight before he dropped.
Yeah,
him.
and so like the thing that I thought, I was like, man, that's kind of it's kind of a double-edged sword having Mayweather as your protege, because it's like like Mayweather didn't have who would have been Mayweather in his generation in his corner saying, "Hey man, like you're not winning and stuff." You know, like imagine Mayweather, a fucking legend, like sitting there like giving you some advice. The amount of pressure this guy must have been going through, being like, "Oh fuck, like damn, if the fucking GOAT thinks that I'm not fucking winning, like, you know." But to give him like props, he came in and he like fucking dropped that dude. And bro, it was like, you see the highlights, it was not a fucking easy fight. That fucking Hispanic kid, bro, like even after being dropped in the 8th round twice, he came back, bro, and it looked like he was gonna do his thing, bro. But the thing about Gervonta, he's a power puncher, bro. He's little, but fuck, he can hit hard, bro.
Hands, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a good fight. That was a good fight. Definitely check out the full fight. If you
I wish you'd tell us more about your fight with Floyd down at the Garland Boxing Gym.
Bro, it's not as bad as I made it sound. I had him. You could tell, like when he saw me, I was fucking ripped, muscles and shit. So he was kind of like shaking in his boots.
I'm out. You said ripped.
Bro, hey, don't hate the player, bro. Hate the game.
I think you just hate the guy that whooped your ass.
Bro, I let him whoop my ass, bro. Yeah.
Jonathan, tell me about the time you beat up 4 people that were talking shit to you in your front yard.
I mean, you know what? Sometimes
you got to make up the story, so let me make it up for you.
Some motherfuckers, bro. You know.
Have you ever hit somebody in the face for real?
Yeah.
Not your mom.
So I will.
The little kid, not little kid. We were both little kids. We were like 13, and we were hanging out at my friend's house.
Caught you jerking off.
We wouldn't let him in the room with us because we were in the cool kids' room.
That's fucked up.
That's already unbelievable.
You made it into the cool kids' room, bro.
He looked like the kid from Big Daddy, right?
KCC Cool Kids Club.
I yelled out the door, "If you have 30 packets of ketchup, you can come in," because he looked like the kid from Big Daddy. And the kid, Big Daddy's like, "What do you want for lunch?" "Oh, 30 packets of ketchup." Anyways, deep cut.
Are you talking about oh shit.
You don't know this kid. Anyways,
Secret Life of Zach and Cody.
He was talking shit through the door, saying, "I'm gonna beat your ass, blah, blah, blah." He's a little skinny ass white kid, and I was a fat white kid. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we go out in the front yard, and it was like right after New Year's, and it had been raining, so it was like all muddy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm with my buddies. We're kind of they're like a circle around me and him, and I would go to turn to one of my buddies. And I'm like, he's not gonna do shit. And as soon as I turned away, he comes and he rocks me right like on the back of my head and my ear.
Yeah.
And I felt it, but I acted like, oh, it didn't faze me. I was just like. I looked at somebody and I said, "Ha ha ha!" And I turned around and I speared his ass to the ground.
Oh shit! You Goldberged his ass?
Out of him. Yeah. I started beating the fuck out of him, and I'm a big. He was like maybe like 80 pounds soaking wet, and I'm like $120 at least at this point. So I easily take him to the ground. I start beating the shit out of him. He kind of slides underneath me, and so I just use all my strength to put his head down in the fucking mud. At some point, his Hollister shirt got ripped, and that's what his mom was most upset about, was that I ripped his Hollister shirt.
She's like, fuck my kid, you ruined my money.
As I was
wasted my money.
As I was pulling his Hollister shirt and doing a hockey punch move on him, that's when our parents came out and like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
They were inside hanging out.
My dad thought it was fucking hilarious. They were all inside drunk as shit. So,
because you mentioned hockey, I wish you could find that fucking movie level check that the Golden Knights did on the Colorado Avalanche. God, like he checked this dude so hard, like it looked, from what I can remember, it looked like he like fucking flipped backwards.
Yeah.
But I will admit there is a sick satisfaction of hitting somebody in the face.
Yeah, bro. I fucked up one time, and I was in Nebraska, and my cousin's.
It's a couple weeks old now.
My cousin's neighbor, bro, it was this bigger white dude, and like big white kid. We were like the same age, bro, and like we used to like play like we were wrestling.
Yeah.
And I said DDT his ass, bro, but I used to do it for reals. I'd let his head hit the ground.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and he'd always be like, "Oh," but he'd come back for more, bro, and I'd be like, "Boo, douche," and I'd let his head fucking hit the ground, bro. Fucking.
Did you get it?
No.
Mosquito?
Yeah, like I was at
Texas.
I was at Warped Tour.
No mosquitoes could be in this dojo.
Oh, I was at Warped Tour and I was crowd surfing. And crowd surfing, like the very first time I saw crowd surfing was like in Wayne's World, where Wayne and Garth are like just laying on the crowd, like, "Oh, so cool," and they're moving. It's not like that. Like you get thrown up, you get caught. You get thrown up, you get caught. And I I came down and I like connected with this dude's head, like my head, his head, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he's like, "Ugh." And I was in the middle of turning around, so I go back to where my friends were, and he pushed me. Don't know why. I couldn't tell you. I just turned around, just doosh, hit this dude in the face,
Yeah.
and he like fell into like this like little circle pit.
Did he die?
I wish, but no, he didn't die. But like,
You tried to one punch him.
I was just like, boom,
Damn.
and I was like, yeah, like there's that part of me that's like fucking rock hard that I
Did he
hit
make-
somebody,
Yeah.
and then like
Oh, no.
immediate like,
you got a boner?
and then immediately felt kind of
A little
guilty.
too much for
I'm a
me.
rough lover.
Yeah. Did he make a noise going down? Was he like, oh?
All I could hear was the band playing was All American Rejects. So it wasn't even like during like a cool
the
band,
band.
you know.
Oh, damn.
You like hear
your
swing,
medicine.
swing,
Bro, you
swing.
really, bro, you beat up an All Americans Rejects fan, bro.
Bro, like that's something to brag about.
but
Why were you crowd surfing during All American Rejects, bro?
I was a little under the
You were
influence.
like, I love you.
I never been crowd surfing before, bro. And I remember I called you during that because I was there
Oh,
because
you wanna hear some
Hawthorne
bullshit.
Hawthorne Heights played next, remember? And I called you during Hawthorne Heights. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's let you know I'm here. I'm gonna hang up now. And you're like, hell nah, bitch. We're gonna hear this song.
I was like, hold on, let the song play.
I was like, no, goodbye. My minutes ain't free till 9.
This is the same. This is the
But-
same motherfucker who wants to brag about him crowd surfing, and I'll show the fucking footage of him on stage at spring break in a Gumby costume, lit as fuck with this DJ. He's on stage. All our friends are standing right there,
Yeah.
and all we want him to do is stage dive. He's got to dive 2 feet.
I will
He
admit,
didn't
like,
do
I
it.
couldn't fucking breathe. And I was about to puke in
Ruined
the
the whole
soup.
video. Ruined the whole video.
Show him the trailer. Pull it up.
Can we react to the Gumby trailer?
Yeah, just pull it up so he knows
Alright.
that it's
Damn.
legit.
So you see how
So-
much of a pussy he was.
No, I was
You know
about
the
to-
thing about Scott though
I'm
is that
about
he
to-
likes dressing up. Cause remember when he worked at Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, fuck off.
I got a picture of him in the Chuck E. Cheese outfit, and I was like, cause he came out, bro. And it was weird. It's like all the little kids were giving him a hug, bro, and he'd hug them real weird, bro, real petty, like.
at
And then
one
I
po-
was like, oh, you like little boys, and he's like going to the back, and he flicks me off, and then we get that
Oh,
epic.
Yeah.
You want to know a quick
So-
fun fact? The fact that this video has a shit ton of views. It's the formula.
It's also got like 9 years on us.
Yeah, it's like-
But no, I saw that same dude again when I went to. So I was in a different part of like whatever Jexa Pavilion, whatever it was at the time, and then I went to a different part to watch Under Oath. And Under Oath was like playing a Boy Brush Red, so you hear dum 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 dum, like it's like going off. And I see that kid that I punched. I was like, oh shit, that's that guy that I punched. He fucked with somebody else, and they punched his ass
Oh
too.
shit!
So he got
You
that.
see, I thought it was
twofer.
gonna be a happy ending. I thought like through Boy Brush Red, you guys were gonna be like, and then
I see you.
Yeah, I see. It was like
No.
y'all became friends after that.
Negative.
No, okay.
I just had the sick satisfaction of seeing him get hit again.
Oh wow.
By the way, fun fact: this is the first YouTube video ever like actually highly edited. So it's really shitty, but it's like. think
So
of
that
how
hasn't
I-
changed much.
think of how- think
No, no,
of
no.
how-
Jonathan's
think of how I
always been
edit
able to make a
videos
trailer.
now.
Yeah.
Jonathan's always been able to make a trailer.
Think,
Let me see.
think of how I edit the videos now, but like 9 years ago. It's
Okay.
shitty.
Let me see. Let me see. I'll be the judge of that.
Red Band trailer.
He red banded this shit too. It's funny.
Oh, fuck.
That's Scott.
What the fuck?
That's Scott. And there's Scott. All he had to do was jump off the stage. All our friends are right there. Wouldn't it have been so cool for the video? But he's not
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
I stand by that statement to the day I die. You bitch.
Yeah.
Well, Scott's
yeah.
always been a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. Well, both of you can go fuck yourself. I was about to puke in the suit, honestly. God, could you imagine how mad y'all would have been if I had puked in the suit, jumped on you guys, and it's like pouring out of the eyeball?
That Gumby suit went through some shit.
That Gumby suit went through a lot of
Spring Break 2012.
juices, I would say.
Oh,
All
no.
alcohols, I hope.
That's nasties.
Bro, so
Back in the good old days.
back in the days when you weren't worried about germs.
Scott also faked getting drunk.
I was
and
not
he poured out his
faking.
drink and he was just like, "Oh man, that frozen drink really hit me."
Yeah, I wasn't faking
Sounds like
that.
a very Scott thing to do.
Yeah, I
But
wasn't
I
faking
backed you
that.
up and said, "Yeah, he drank the whole thing."
Hey, but that was back in the day when Scott used to be known as Skeet.
Skeet skeet.
Skeet, Skeet.
Mm,
You
I
remember
don't-
those days, right?
I remember Jamie Wheeler used to call. Oh, I'm fucking.
Yeah.
He used to call me that.
Yeah, we all used to call you that, bro.
Yeah, Young Skeet.
Young Skeet. That was your rapper name?
No, I don't
Yeah, it
remember
is.
what my rapper name was.
Well,
You know, my rap name was
Dollar Bills.
Dollar Bills.
Dollar Bills.
Check me
You
out on
can,
YouTube
you can
now.
still find
No,
that
really,
shit.
actually.
Bro, you look
He
like
tried
a
to-
off-brand Krispy Kreme.
He tried to Photoshop his face onto Lil Wayne.
If you search Dollar Bills, you'll find it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what you're
pretty-
doing
yeah.
right now, though.
No. Hey, how long have we been doing this?
We are an hour and 19 minutes in.
Oh shit, bro! It seems
And
like
it's
we've been
still
doing this
going,
for
right?
like a long ass time.
You know.
That's crazy.
Visuals are still going, right?
We
Yeah.
chill,
Is that-
Yeah,
okay,
everything
good.
I don't
'cause
know
I
how much
remember.
time we got left. We had 20 gigabytes before we started. So
Hey, there we go. We
Hey.
learned from the first time. Hey, bro,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
never make the same mistake twice.
No, you-
technically, it's the second time we've done it.
Okay, well, if we do mistake twice, it's
Uh-huh.
slightly different. It's never the exact same thing.
Yeah, never exactly.
Hey, so I
Let's get now, we
actually,
got a backup camera.
yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
True.
We
Hey,
can easily flip it around.
Oh yeah.
so, I started listening to this book.
Mhm.
I like my books read to me, right?
Yeah.
It reminds me when I was a little niño
Mhm.
and my mom used to read me books.
Uh-huh.
So I got the Audible app, right? But I do want to make a recommendation. There's this book called Mythos by Stephen Fry. The
I've
British
heard that.
the British actor comedian guy Stephen Fry.
Mhm.
But what he does is he takes the Greek mythology, like the creation and all that stuff, and he like just redoes it in a way that's like not like from the fucking book and like boring and shit. He's just
Yeah.
kind of retelling the stories, bro. And I didn't know how much Greek mythology like has influenced not just like us, but like the language, the words that we
A
speak.
lot of stuff.
Yeah. Like
All the think of like all the Greek gods that are named shit. Like,
yeah. Well, like,
like that we still like use for like different things today.
yeah.
Well, yeah, like it influences our superheroes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
They
that's
are superheroes in certain
that's
comics.
Norse mythology.
No. Even like Hercules, like that's technically
Well, yeah,
a
yeah,
DC
Hercules.
character. Like
Hercules is a DC character.
Hercules,
Well, to give people
Zeus,
godlike
like
attributes.
Zeus
Yeah, yeah.
in the DCEU is Wonder Woman's father.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, anyways, but other way that it does, right? So this is a cool thing right here. So like a lot of like businesses use like Chronos, the app, to clock in, clock out.
Yeah.
Well, Chronos is actually Zeus's father, right? And he's a Titan, and Zeus is a god. And there was a Titan god war, and the gods won, right?
Right.
And so Zeus's punishment to Chronos was that he actually had to keep track of time, count time.
Oh shit.
And so like Chronos,
You
the app,
fucking blew my mind.
right? That's fucking crazy.
Nice.
Another thing too,
Didn't think about that.
there was a guy named Hermaphrodites, and he was like really good looking, like a Peter of Greek time. And so he
Good
was
looking.
like really good looking, not just good looking, just like really good looking. But
Like
anyways,
Zoolander, good looking.
more like me. Just look at me, right? So like imagine me.
Trying
and-
not to. You're so,
and I was at
so
like,
pretty.
and next, I'm at the river and I'm at the swamp, and there was like this little nymph that like wanted to be with him and shit, and he was like, "Nah, bitch, like I'm doing my own thing, right? I ain't trying to get cuffed up for the summer." And so she was
hot
like,
boy summer.
"It's a hot boy summer," and she was like, "No, I got to have him." And so like, he was like, "Bitch, be gone," and so she kind of like crept around the corner, and so while he was doing his thing, he got naked. And then she like fucking came around the corner, bro, fucking ran and got on his ass and was like humping him. And then while she was humping him, bro, she was like, she prayed to the gods, please like keep us together and never separate us. And so the gods, like they always have like these cruel jokes. So they fused them into one person, and he was male and female. And that's why we call, like now they call it intersex or hermaphrodites. It's from, it's
shit,
from
you
that.
Fucking blew my mind again.
Bro, I'm telling you, that shit goes fucking deep, bro, because it's like
The only one I know about is Achilles.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, yeah.
Detroit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He played
Hey,
Achilles,
hold up,
but,
hold up, moment of
the
silence for
reason
Brad
he
Pitt.
died was
All right.
in the heel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she
Your
did
Achilles.
Achilles heel.
And that was the one thing that killed him.
I knew that one,
Here's
yeah.
another one that blew my mind in the book, right? So there was and again, go read the book because I'm gonna fuck this shit up, right? But one of the things was that when I think it was Kronos, when he went to like his jail or prison, right? It was in Gaia, which Gaia is another word for Earth, right?
Yeah,
But
I've
anyway-
seen Captain Planet.
yeah. So he goes inside. He's in prison inside, right? And he's pissed off, right? So what he does is I'm lying. It wasn't. It was okay. So it wasn't Kronos. It was Oranos. Oranos, right? So this was before Kronos put Oranos in the earth, right? And so Oranos was underneath the earth, and he got mad. So what he did is he like got all his power, right? And he like tried to make a mountain out of it, right? So with the hope that if anybody ever got it and got its power, would help like avenge him in a way, right? But Oranos is also where we get the word Uranus, which is uranium, which is what atom bombs are like, what they use for bombs and shit.
Crazy.
So the power of that he was putting underneath the earth, uranium, bro. Like that book fucking is blowing my mind, bro.
Triple fucking whammy of blowing my mind.
Bro, so like
Shit.
Audible is the best because you ain't even gotta fucking read it. You could just be working out and shit.
All
But
about not actually reading.
bro, but I fucking recommend the shit out of that book, bro. It's fucking dope. I'm almost done with it.
What was the name again?
Mythos from Stephen Fry, and the dude, he's an actor, so he's like really good at reading it.
Nice.
But it's not boring, bro. He gets like a very dull subject because you got to read all that Greek shit, like the actual stories, and it's kind of dry, and they use like a language, a form of the language that we're not used to, you know, and all that stuff. So like you miss a lot of details. Well, he like basically just breaks it down in a way, and then that's what I like about it is that as he's going and he gets to a certain character, he's like, this is where we get the word this, and this, and then he ties it into, and you're like, oh fuck. Like I didn't realize that everything that like a lot of the shit that we do and say, like plutonium and all that stuff, like there's a character that gets derived from that name and all that stuff, and it's just fucking impressive, bro. It's really good. It's a good read. So
Cool.
so
I like that.
go check that shit out.
Might have to check that out.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds good. But you were talking about something about our hometown here in Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas. Here, let me pull up the little graph that has the article. But Dallas was named the most dangerous place to drive in the United States. You know what? As somebody who's from here, I fucking believe it. Y'all motherfuckers can't
bro.
drive for shit here.
Hell
Now,
nah, man.
is that just recently, or is it because we've had like an influx of pilgrims that have moved here from
Hell yeah,
LA
bro.
and New York?
You know,
Bro.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, I get pissed off at people going slow in the left lane.
Hey,
So it's got to the point where I'll drive in the middle lane and think like, okay, I've got options, right? But no. Everybody's doing under the speed limit. Everybody is like switching lanes without signals, and they're like just weaving in and out of people.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's gotten
That's
so
why,
much
like,
worse over the past couple
I
years.
never thought about getting a dash cam, but like I need to get a dash cam.
Oh, you got to protect yourself
Bro.
now.
These motherfuckers cannot
I've
drive
seen
for
more
shit.
wrecks in the past year,
Yeah.
and like more people
That-
driving like shit in the past
Bro,
2 years than
that-
I could even imagine.
yeah, that fucking 75, bro. 75 is
75
garbage now.
is crazy.
I got
Yes,
hit.
75 is always kind of been a parking lot, but
Yeah.
even more since we've had like businesses moving here and we've had
Bro.
more like a more influx of people.
I hate that,
Like
bro.
I don't know how many people have moved here like in the past year, but it's
Bro,
increased by
Toyota
so much.
a few years ago. Toyota, State Farm, fucking. I think what they're opening an Amazon place pretty close.
Yeah.
Like fucking all these fucking businesses are coming, man, and like, but I was back from Nebraska not even like 4 months, bro, and I got fucking hit on 75.
Yep.
And that dash cam, bro, if I would have had it, cause oh boy, bro, he had to be texting on his phone. This motherfucker, like I was coming in hot, right? I was coming in like this, and I just had enough time to see that he was gonna come over here, and I looked and like, cause I was gonna pass him, and I looked and I was like, oh, he's about to hit that car. Nope, boom. He came back and hit me, bro. We spun out, bro. I was just waiting to get hit one more time because we were spinning on the freeway, bro. So I was like, fuck, man. I know, like, it wasn't like traffic, but there was people on the road, you know. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm about to get hit." And I just like fucking closed my eyes, ready to get hit. Your boy only got hit once, bro.
So I was hit by a texting driver too. Or there was a dude like in an F-250. Remember the old Honda I had?
Yeah.
So I was on the highway on 75. I was heading home, and there's light traffic, so everybody's going kind of slow. Well, we finally did come to like a stop on the highway, and I hear like I'm sitting in my car, just regular, like just casual, right? I'm not like tensed up or anything, but I hear
Like sweat.
like that, and I'm just kind of looking around like, what the fuck? And then boom, like I get rear-ended,
Oh, no.
and like I get knocked into the car in front of me, who gets knocked into the car in front of them, and so the guy comes running around. He's like, "Are you okay?" Like in my window, like he's knocking on my window. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "You need to back the fuck up." I was like, "You need to give me a minute."
Yeah.
And I sat there, turned my car off. and I was
This guy was like, "I'm gonna have a total BF right now."
no, like at that, like I was like, because I could see my trunk lit up. I was like, I'm about to kill somebody. I was like, I'm about to fucking kill somebody.
Yeah.
And I get out of my car.
What car was it?
My Honda. You weren't in town at the time, so you never saw my Honda.
No.
But
It was a POS anyway.
it was free, so I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I missed that phase. It was the Isuzu. You had that one?
Oh no, I had the Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
But-
that Jim.
God.
that's
Yeah.
a good car.
until the fucking I don't know, part of it went out. I couldn't go in reverse.
Yeah, but you know that's a good.
Transmission went out. Couldn't go in reverse. Anyways, that dude fucking.
Oh, you had me push it.
Yeah. No, I pushed your car with you, you piece of shit.
We had a truck. I had a truck. It was stick shift, and all of a sudden that shit like wasn't turning on. We were at a party, bro, and I was like, "Fuck!" But the cool thing about stick shifts is, right, you could push start them. You know, so basically, I was like, "All right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna push me. As soon as I get some traction, like basically, you just stick it, like you stick it in first and turn it on like at the same time. So you got to be quick." We hit that hole, bro, and we made it out.
We did.
We did, bro.
But so anyways, this fucking dude hit me.
Yeah.
But when I went to go get checked out though,
Uh.
the chiropractor was like touching me and everything. He's
like,
"Does
"What's
hurt?"
this?"
He's like, "Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt?" And I'm like, "Stop it." No,
He's like,
it's
"Does this
ticklish."
hurt?" And you're like, "No."
But he was like, he was poking me, and I was like, "No." I was like, "Yes, it hurts because you're poking me." And then he poked me on the other side. I was like, "That doesn't hurt." And he's
That
like,
was his butthole.
He was, yeah. It was pinky. It was a pinky. I was in
he's
trouble.
like cough.
I was in trouble. But yeah, basically he told me if I had tensed up, I would have shattered everything from like my collarbone all the way down to my elbow.
Yeah.
And he said like basically
Good thing you were all loosey goosey then.
that's what he said. He's like, it's a good thing you weren't paying attention and you weren't like tense, because that's what happens to drunk drivers. That's why they survive car
Yeah,
accidents,
'cause
because
they're
they're
just
like,
like,
ah.
Yeah, it turns out that that's the way you survive. Like if you're ever parachuting and you don't have a
You
parachute.
just get drunk?
No. Your parachute is fucked up. You can still survive if you land on your feet, but you're limp. Look it up. True story.
Probably gonna roll ankle though.
Oh,
I'm worse. than
you're
rolling
breaking.
my
No,
ankle.
you're breaking your shit, bro. Your shit's gonna be broken. You ain't gonna be able to walk, but at least you just gotta keep your head good, bro. You know, because
protect your neck.
yeah.
Everything else can be Cybertronic.
Bro, I can't wait. Like, bro, I think the future is gonna
I
be
can't wait to have
human.
like a Winter Soldier armor or something.
Hell yeah. Human and technology integration, bro. That's the fucking future. And I'm gonna be an old guy doing it, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Talking about Neuralink with Elon. Would you
Nah.
get the Neuralink?
I'm talking about metal arms, bro, and a fucking rock hard metal dick, bro.
So we're gonna cut your arm off, but then we're gonna like attach it to a Neuralink. You cool?
Wait, like on me?
Yeah.
Like reattach it with a Neuralink?
Yeah. No, we're gonna give you the fucking Winter Soldier arm, but it's gonna be connected to your
I'm
Neuralink.
good.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good. Once you start hot wiring my brain, I'm good.
Yeah, bro.
I'm good.
I got
Pussy.
I got
But just
secrets in there. I don't want to come out because Elon Musk was talking all about like like you can.
You don't want to see my cloud storage.
Hell yeah, right.
I think I do.
You got some unforgivable shit on there.
I think I wanna. I think I wanna go back in time to a certain part of your life, to a certain trend that you were involved in, and just really like get a glimpse of who you were
What
when you weren't
trend
around
is
us.
this?
No,
You
no.
said I only could say it once, and I've already used it on a different
Okay.
video. So that's
Move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into Scott's insecurity hard drive
yeah.
and then use them against you. It'd be like your kryptonite, and then I'd get you to do favors for me. I'd be like, do my laundry,
And I'd be like, no.
bitch. Nah,
I'd be like, no.
I'd be like, all right. I'll make a blog. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the future, dude.
That'd be pretty cool.
Have I talked on the show about my theory of what's gonna cause human extinction?
What's that? You haven't mentioned that before.
Sex robots.
Sex robots? That makes
Oh,
sense.
we've been knowing that.
No,
Yeah.
check this out.
Nobody's gonna want to reproduce. Why would you
Yeah.
reproduce some shit when you can just like, oh, my robot will
Yeah.
kick my ass? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's always clean.
Hey,
Yeah.
you just turn it off.
Well, you gotta clean it though. That's the hard part.
Imagine
No, that's
like,
when you put
There's gonna be some motherfuckers that don't clean.
yeah.
I found a fleshlight in someone's room once. I was chilling on their bed and put my hand up under the pillow and I felt something and I was like, "The fuck is this?"
It's like your
I was
fingers
like,
are within there,
no,
what the
no.
fuck?
It wasn't like that. But I'm not gonna say who it was. But I felt I
We're
was like,
talking about
it's like, what the fuck is this?
what's his name like that.
So I looked at it like, it's how naive I was, right? I was like holding it, like I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, why has this got a mouth on it? Right? I'm like, what the fuck? And my friend, he took it from me. He's like, give me that shit. And I was like, what is that? He's like, it's a fleshlight. I was like, a what? He's like, I use
He's
it.
like, you'll know when you become a man.
And nah, he was like, I use it to jerk off. And I was like, what? I was like, this thing is so sticky. How does it not like stick to your dick? He's like, I use devil's lube. And I was like, what's that? And he like spit in his hand. I was like, you nasty
That's
bitch.
nasty as
I was like,
fuck.
how you clean it? He's like, I don't.
Bro, you know, it's like sometimes you call your friends and you're like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm working on the car real quick. The future, you'd be like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just cleaning out my
fuck doll.
My fuck doll's fuck hole.
And then you hear it in the background. It's like, I'm not completely clean yet, Jonathan.
Cleaning. It's like cleaning
Cleaning in
75%.
progress.
He's like, good enough. No, bro, it's because the human.
He'd be like, I fuck dirtier.
Bro, it's because every relationship.
I think we all have that one person that we have had sex with, and that we just immediately go home and like just sit in the shower, like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, and if you're not, if you
That's
haven't,
just
and if
growth
you-
and development in
hey,
life.
but if you
it's
haven't,
it's a learning process. I get it.
no, if you haven't, you're the dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, you're the person.
People are going
People
home.
have gone home like, oh, it smelled so bad.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I can't.
Bro, did that blow your mind for a fourth time tonight? Hey,
Better than blowing something else.
hey, talking about sexual stuff, bro. We've gone throughout this whole episode, and we haven't mentioned that we hit a milestone in our channel.
Oh,
Our fucking 69th subscriber, baby.
Woo! Fucking 69th subscriber fucking-tacular.
And it's fucking
That's
crazy,
crazy.
because most of our subscribers, we kind of know who they were. 'Cause it's like
Yeah.
our parents and our friends listen to us.
But we
Yeah.
don't know all 69 of you. But,
But,
now
but 69th is a mystery. We don't know who that is.
I mean, it did go up to 70, so thank you all.
Shut up.
Hey,
69. 69 for this
it is our
episode.
69th anniversary special.
Yeah.
That's a big milestone to me.
Yeah, bro.
Spectacular.
It's big. It's big.
Because I don't know 69.
It's huge.
No, yeah. Guys, thank you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all 69 of 70 now.
Shut up.
Oh,
69.
69.
Oh, fuck us. Let's not grow. Don't subscribe to us.
No,
anymore.
absolutely subscribe after or because of this episode. But
Yeah.
as we're hyping it up, 69.
I used to work with this guy. He was an older gentleman, and it was at a cell phone shop. He was like 70 something, bro. But he was
You should
quick
say
with
he
it.
was 69. Damn it.
No, he was 70 something,
Would have been
bro.
better for the story.
But he looks like the old man on Tarzan, the cartoon, with the mustache.
Like the
The
Jane's dad?
Yeah, Jane's
Oh,
dad,
okay.
bro.
I can
Literally
picture
the
it.
human version of that dude, bro.
Oh, shit.
And he was dirty as fuck. And he'd be like, I don't know what the whole fuss about 69 is. He's like, I'd rather just 68 and owe you one.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's such a bad joke, but yeah, I've heard it before.
Yeah, he was hilarious, bro.
Oh man, I remember like being like in middle school. People were like, 69. I'm like, what is that? They're like, you don't know? I'm like, I don't know. Like, well, I'm not gonna tell you.
Same.
Yeah.
I was a late bloomer on the 69.
Yeah, and then when I
Hey.
figured out what it was like, in theory that sounds awesome, but like in practice,
what
I'm
is
like,
that? I don't
Yeah.
know what that means. I still don't know what it means.
Bro.
Until you're like, oh, that's what it means.
Yeah, bro. It's like
It's
I feel like
same time.
yeah, I feel like 69 is the ultimate. Like, I've been with my partner a long time, and the only way I can get her to suck me down is if I return the favor because I've broken.
Not suck you up, suck you down.
Yeah. Because I promised too many times before, hey girl, you do this and I'll get you back. And then when it doesn't happen, now she don't trust you and she's all like, I ain't sucking that dick unless you do this at the same time.
Yeah,
And if the relationship's really like tense, like if you guys are doing it at the same time and you stop, they stop, and it's like, oh shit, she ain't giving me no freebies. It's like we going second for second.
You're like, you done? And she's like, if you are.
Yeah.
This is a test.
I'm failing.
Bro, I was in 5th grade, bro, and I was watching wrestling. No. Not when I was 69, bro.
Is this related or unrelated? Because I don't know if I want to hear about.
This is a little
fifth grade
related, but
this.
not. It's like 6, not 9. All right, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I was in 5th grade, right? And you remember, as a wrestling fan, D-Generation X?
Oh yeah, suck it.
Suck it, right? And so I would go around and be like, ha, suck it. And then I remember I was in 5th grade, I was in line. And I was like, suck it. Suck it? I was like, suck it? Like they suck it? It's just like that. That's a thing?
Yeah, no. Once you have that revelation, the same. That's how I
Bro.
hear about. Oh, they suck dick.
Yeah, I was like,
Through
bro,
D-Generation
I
X.
learned through D-Generation
Thank you,
X,
Shawn
bro.
Michaels and Triple
Hell
H.
yeah. Bro, pow, pow, pow. And then he like, pow.
Yeah.
Bro.
I was still just like putting my dick in front of the pool jets,
Yeah.
letting it hit it like you hard.
Whoa.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
No. That's
You never
No,
did.
that's
You never
a-
did it in the
that's-
pool. If you tell me that you've never like been like like at the edge of the pool, and then all of a sudden
Learn something new about Scott today.
that pool jet hits it.
No,
Blow my mind
bro,
for
that
a
reminds me.
No. Hold on. Fuck both of you. If you tell me that you've never done that.
I've never
never
thought about putting my dick in a pool.
That's
I
how we
didn't-
know you're
No,
a pervert.
fuck y'all. First
You're
of
a
all,
pervert.
I didn't think about it. I was just like,
No, I had
hey,
my
like,
dick
I need this.
free-
Hey, he had a pool at home. Out of all of us, you didn't have a pool at home.
No.
He had a pool at home. Now we know what he was doing.
I had a pool, but when I was like 4, I wasn't thinking about putting my dick into anything.
I didn't put my dick in it. Like the water's shooting out. There's like, I was like the like.
Okay, you talking about like swimming up
Hey,
next to
what's
it?
a
like-
water? What's a
okay,
water
you talking
god
about-
from
hold on, hold on.
Greek mythology?
Poseidon.
Yeah, it's like Poseidon was.
talking
Like,
about-
Poseidon was blowing on.
It was like Poseidon. Poseidon was touching. Poseidon was touching my dick.
You talking about
I was like,
version.
ooh.
talking about-
Yeah.
Gender shifter.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
yeah,
straight
legit.
dick? Are you talking about straight dick to bubbles or like
Straight
your
dick-
swimsuit? Your swimsuit is like in the way.
The swimsuit's in the way. It's like
Okay,
acting
you know
as.
I've done that. I thought you
Yeah,
know,
you
take your
fucking
dick out and
liar.
stuck it into the hole
No,
in the
I've
bubbles.
never been
I
that
might have
stupid.
walked through the current a couple times on purpose,
Yeah, okay, then I'm
but
not
definitely,
gonna make
definitely
fun
something that's
you know.
deniable.
I take it back, but I'm still keeping the part where we made.
All
fun
right.
of it.
Yeah. Okay. Look,
Keep
y'all
it on
want
there,
to
you don't
hear
give a fuck.
something funny? So, my wife has a friend, right? And
Is it you?
no, no. My wife has a friend, right?
we're married,
and
we're not friends.
we would hang out because couples, right? And that couple had a little boy, right? And so one time they invited us to go to the pool, and so it was like me, my daughter, my wife, her friend, and the little boy. And so like we're swimming in the pool and shit, right? Next thing you know, the girls were like, we got to go to the bathroom. You know how they all go together. So basically all the girls leave and I'm like just here with the little boy, right? And the little boy was like, he's a cute kid, ha ha ha, right? And like the pool had like where, you know, the water comes up, like little water fountain type stuff where it just like comes up and shit like that. So I'm like sitting there with the little boy and like, you know, I'm just watching him make sure he doesn't drown and shit. And he's all like, hey, look. And so he like sticks his butt where the fountain is, where it's hitting his butthole.
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
hey, don't do that.
Oh, no.
Like, because I know his dad. I'm like, your dad wouldn't want you to do. Don't stop. And he's all like, and I'm like, no.
That's
That's the wrong side.
for some reason that reminds me of Billy Madison when they're sitting in the fountain and then the one guy's like spraying with the water hose like, gosh,
Yeah.
mister, stop, why are you doing this? But that little kid's like, hey, look.
You put
nah.
that video. But yeah, that
Nah.
that happened. That reminded me when you were saying about that because I was like I didn't know what to do. It's like I was like, stop.
Did you ever pee in my pool?
Did I pee in your pool?
You're not. You also broke my fucking diving
Your
board.
fucking diamond board.
God, Jonathan was trying to like jump off like
Isn't
Macho
that what
Man.
you do? You pee in the pool?
No,
You
don't
broke the
pee-
diving board?
Yeah, he broke my diving board.
It would have been you.
Oops.
I remember we used to do like hardcore workouts in there. Remember you had that weighted vest,
Remember the time I
No,
fucking-
it was the weight belt.
You know
Yeah, from
what?
the scuba diving.
wet belt, and we were
Yeah.
like going there, and it's like, how long can you do it?
Mhm.
I helped you hand scrub that fucking pool. I don't care. I broke your goddamn diamond board.
It's not me that was bothered by it. It was my mom and my stepdad. They're like, is that fat little fucking Fred Flintstone kid like break our shit?
Fred Flintstone.
I scrubbed that bitch though, so I had legal right to jump on it.
Yeah, yeah, that was dope. I remember we used to go and chill at your pool, listen to that little fucking was it Cool Shit too?
Cool shit too.
Remember that little album?
Now,
remember when we used to burn
now
CDs?
that's what I call music volume.
Nah,
whatever
bitch.
the fuck it is.
No, remember we burned that
Came over
CD?
this fucking Britney Spears
Hell
CD.
Your
No.
pool was the first time you found out I could put my foot in my mouth.
There's a picture of your toe in your mouth somewhere.
You
Nasty.
remember we had a
ass.
party at your house, and I was in the band with Nick Timoneri?
You remember when I had a party at my house and you tried to get me to put porn on the TV?
We did put porn on the TV.
No.
All right, look. So we threw a party, right? And I was fucking high as fuck. And I was like, hey, you know
That's
it'd
the
be...
time that we had the weed just sitting there. when
No,
we walked
this
in.
was-
Yeah,
No.
it was that party. We had a weed bar and we had an alcohol bar. And at my time, I was like, hey, you know it'd be
The
dope as
warden was
fuck.
the bartender.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the warden was the bartender.
I was like, you know it'd be dope as fuck if we had porn on. It would really help our situation with trying to get girls. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Okay,
If
so
anything,
there-
they get really awkward.
Okay,
and-
because he was being, he's like, hey, I got this DVD, or you got this DVD. I had
I got
some
this
porn,
DVD.
I'm not gonna lie. So he's like, you were like, put it on. I was like, no. He's like, put it on. I was like, no. Quit trying to push your agenda off on me. I'm not
that,
watching the porn.
that hoe was gonna hit. I thought that hoe was gonna hit.
And so it was like maybe after everybody, like almost everybody left. I was like, you know what? I concede. We'll put the fucking porn on. He's like, yay! And we put the
I
porn on.
wasn't the only one though.
I mean, I would have been down for it.
I think you were down for it, bitch.
Yeah.
I think it was
I
both of
don't
us.
think you were there.
That's how you chase
Yeah.
that girl
Oh,
off.
I chased that girl off.
I don't want to get into specifics
What
You
happened?
chasing
because
them?
I can't tell the story. I have to tell it a specific way, but I don't want to say it on camera. So
I gotta talk to me off camera, but I don't remember. No, the only girl I remember chasing off was in our apartment because she didn't know how to get fucked like an adult.
oh, I remember that. Certain somebody else remembers that too.
We're in a fucking one. We went to a pajama party.
Guys, this is a kid-friendly show.
It's definitely not.
No.
I never
So
clicked
basically-
on that. Is this
basically-
video for children? No.
Basically, what it came down to is this girl that I was seeing at the time wanted to make love and have me look into her eyes, and I was more like, prison rules, bitch, bend over. And she stormed out, and
Bro,
Ran.
you pulled the prison rule?
I mean, she was in a onesie. It's like it's easy to open up.
Oh my god, guys, y'all need Jesus.
You don't even believe in Jesus. What the fuck? So
Now I
you
do.
need Jesus.
We might need to. We are members of the Church of Hasbullah.
Yeah, Hezbollah.
Praise Hasbullah.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to all the
Yeah,
Russians.
shout out to all our new Russian fans.
Yeah, hey,
What's
look.
up, y'all?
Hey,
Yeah.
all those hacker jokes, they were just jokes.
Yeah, we don't really mean y'all hacking.
Nah,
shit.
we-
y'all are the shit though.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
watching.
Thanks-
Subscribe
some of y'all
though.
have subscribed.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe
Some of them have.
maybe we that
That's
was
why
our
it was our
7th.
70th.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Straight from
maybe.
Russia.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
the love.
Appreciate it.
Church of Hasbullah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
on that
Start
note,
that too.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we call this one a wrap.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. I feel like.
Pretty
We're
well.
decent.
You know? Enjoying the new setup.
Yeah,
I
A little bit more
love the new
professional
setup.
now.
I love it.
Live from the dojo.
We brought the light this time, so we
Yeah.
look great.
Look
Hope
a
so.
little bit more in HD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got the bright side, the dark side over there, and you know, oh no, I'm scared.
Don't do all that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Follow us on social media.
Absolutely. Jonathan's got a bumper at the end. You're gonna start
Oh,
seeing
no.
that.
It's
That
not
way
gonna be
we
on this one, but on
that
our
way we
other
don't
things, yeah.
fuck it up every
No,
week.
we have to do it at the end of the podcast though. So
Yeah, in the
follow
podcast
us on
anyways.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify,
Facebook.
and Facebook, and
say Apple Podcasts?
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And
Anywhere
Spotify.
there's podcasts available.
Anywhere there's podcasts
Yeah,
available,
definitely.
share us with your friends and family.
Mhm.
Show them that we're funny, kind of.
Find something funny, just share it on your Facebook.
We're diverse.
Yeah, yeah. You know, yeah, love us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please,
Take care.
Peace out.